In the world of social media, fame can be a fickle thing. One day, you're on top of the world, with fives of thousands of followers and fans clamoring for your every move. But in a split second, it can all come crashing down, as the fall of Mad Max the Mandalorian illustrates all too well. Once a rising star on YouTube, Mad Max had it all: charm, charisma, and an enviable fan base. But behind the scenes, something sinister was brewing. Deceit and lies, mistrust and stupidity were all taking root in the shadowy corners of his inner circle. And when the blackmail began, it was only a matter of time before everything came crashing down. No one knows for sure what unprovable nonsense Mad was blackmailing his friends over. But the fallout was catastrophic. Trust was broken, friendships were shattered, and the once great YouTuber found himself alone and adrift in a sea of controversy. It's a cautionary tale, to be sure. A reminder that no amount of fame or success is worth sacrificing your morals and values. And for Mad Max the Mandalorian, it's a harsh lesson learned too late. The fall of a friend is never an easy thing to witness. But when it's the result of deceit, lies, and mistrust, it's a tragedy in every sense of the word.
Hey everyone, welcome to a very special edition of Hollywood After Dark. This is, I know YouTubers say this quite often. This is not something I want to do. This is not something I want to say, but God damn it. God fucking damn it. We literally have no choice at this particular point in time. So yeah, I made a little bit of a funny intro, a little bit of a thing to kind of set the tone, to set the mood, because God damn it, this is starting to feel like some absolute utter nonsense. And so to join me for this conversation, bringing in a friend of mine and a friend of Max to talk about this, and that is Little Movie Perp. Perp, how you doing, buddy?
Hey guys, how's it going?
I heard you earlier on another stream, and you were a little bit on the heated side.
Yeah,
so
I got triggered.
That's okay.
It
happens. Getting triggered happens. It's a human response when you want to defend your friend, and I think that's no, but I think
he's not.
Well, okay, a person you like on the internet. How about that, right? An acquaintance, right? A chud, a chud buddy, right? A little chuddy. I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to say. But it is definitely a situation that requires a lot of explanation because there's nuance that is not there. There's information that is clearly not there. And I didn't want to talk about this, but today everything went to shit. And I figured, you know what, might as well just address it now because I am in the middle of it. Tomorrow night, it starts season 3 of The Mandalorian. So I want all this shit out of my fucking system. Right? Because it's baby Yoda time, buddy. It's baby Yoda time. All right. I've got my Mando little mini figurine right here. I'm good to go. I'm ready to watch that shit tomorrow. You know? And so this is a thing where you are, largely an outsider in all of this.
Yeah.
So you clearly have questions. So I want you to ask me your questions, so then we can kind of use that as a basis to lay the groundwork for this whole situation.
Okay. Well, I have my interpretation, but I would like to know, what do you think started this particular, event? What do you think
this whole thing, I think, has been brewing for a while. Personally, I think that there has been animosity towards Max's moderator, Zeno. I think that he is a troll. Personally, I think he's a troll. And I think he does whatever he can to kind of cause division where he can, because he knows that Max is loyal. Max is loyal to a fault. To a fault, I must say.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much yesterday, but for the most part, like 99% of the time, he's pretty loyal to a fault, especially if he feels that somebody is being unfairly maligned, I would argue. And this is a situation where on top of, being terminally on the internet. And what I mean by that is like streaming every day, and streaming for hours upon hours on end. You work from home. You are largely isolated from other people. All you do is really kind of do things in service of like your family. and you know, just working that. That's what it is. That's Max's life. That's not doxing him or nothing like that. That's just what he does. And I know from experience that that shit can weigh on you. And so if certain things start to build, if certain animosities start to rise, eventually it can turn into an avalanche of shit. And that's where we find ourselves now. And I know a thing or two about being in the middle of an avalanche of shit because you can't control how stupid you're being. All right. Like I flagged people in 2018. Yeah. We know about that. That was a cavalcade of bullshit on my part.
Yeah.
You know, but I've grown since then because you kind of have to. You have to understand that sometimes it's best to step away. Sometimes it's best to look the other way on certain things. And sometimes it's best, I don't know, quite frankly, just to not get the fuck involved. And that's what I was trying to do initially, and that didn't happen. And that's my own fault, to be fair. I'll own that. But again, it was kind of curiosity that led me to being in yesterday's phone call. So this situation with Xeno is one side of it, but then we have the other side of it with Skywalker the Jedi, those guys over on the, you know, sell Snyderverse to Netflix crowd, and the animosity that is brewed from that. Because there have been a lot of fired shots from both parties at each other, right? A lot of salvos lobbed across Twitter and YouTube and parts of the internet. And it doesn't matter how much those guys try to argue that they've never done that. They're full of shit. They were actually just attacking Enosh like just the other day. So it's stupid, whatever. It's all petty internet bullshit. But when you've got Enosh making claims that his son was being targeted through a blackmail campaign from somebody, and Enosh said publicly that he believes, and this is from my understanding, that he believes that it was someone from that crowd or it was potentially Skywalker himself. I personally don't believe that, to be honest with you. I think he's too stupid. I literally think he's too stupid. No, I don't mean that. Like, again, those guys in my mind, they're all so dumb. They're dumb. It's not like, it's kind of like listening to chuds, right? They're just a one-trick pony. They have a one-track mind. They don't think outside the box. I wouldn't, like, if you were to tell me that, like let's say, for example, like this was an episode of 24 and like they were like the stoner idiot group that you meet in the beginning of the season that you later find out are like the terrorist cell. You're like, that's unbelievable. You know, like, that's just lazy writing. That's how I view this situation. They're not smart enough to pull anything like this off. It's why I say when we talk about the hashtag wars on Twitter with the Zack Snyder stuff, I don't know if you've heard my theory on this, but I believe that the benefactor of everything, the financier of it all, I personally believe that it's the guy who runs Vero, because he's a billionaire. And he's a big supporter of Zack Snyder. And that's just my take on that. I have no evidence to support it, but things about it seem relative, you know, there's a little bit too much going on there to be like, that guy, you know, these guys are just part of a larger machine. They're doing their own thing, but they're stupid. That's just the best way to kind of levy that. So when Enosh makes the claims that he has seen proof that they've done some stuff, right? I have trouble believing that. I have said this openly. I've said this publicly. This is not the first time that Enosh has made those claims without presenting any evidence to privately or publicly. So I don't put any stock in those claims. I'm an evidence-based individual. If you want me to believe something, you better well fucking show me. And so when I'm talking about this shit from last night, I was in the call, I heard it. So it's not like this isn't secondhand, third hand, you know, I was at the barber shop and heard them talking about it sort of shit. I was legitimately there. So that's what I'm talking about. So I think that, and Max giving a platform to Skywalker to address the Enosh accusations was fucking stupid. Because those guys, they're not going to sit there and tell the truth. You caught me, Max, right? You caught me. Come on. You know, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know. My whole point of that is, like, I do agree Max is really, he's working on his pushback. Let's put it that way. Okay. But I think there was a way that you could get him some questions to ask Skywalker, you know, just to sort of get Skywalker to disavow if he's doing that, disavow if it's found out that anyone in his community is doing that. I think there's a way that if it's ever actually found out, the ski walker or anyone from his community actually did do it, that's the line in the sand. And I don't think
sure,
yeah,
that's fine. That's fine. The thing is, though, those questions weren't asked. I mean, I sent in a $5 super chat asking how they would feel if James Gunn was overseeing ZSJL2, because that's what would happen. If that was to happen, that's exactly how it would go. And they just chose to like not address it or give a completely unrelated answer to the super chat. So that ultimately ends up being the kicker for me. I'm like, no, they're single track minded. They're idiots. They would clearly disavow, but all they're going to do is they're going to just talk shit in their DM group, which we have seen because there's a person that is supplying that information. And they're going to talk shit in their streams, and that's about it. Right? That's about it. They go, oh, we're the positive guy. No, they're not positive. They're fucking liars. They're Twitter bitches. Just like a lot of us are fucking online snarky bitches on the internet. You know, that's the difference though, is owning it versus trying to go, oh no, guys, we're totally positive. We're not toxic. Right. Never mind all the other shit you guys have done. But on this, you want to be, you have rules of engagement, and you think that like, what the fuck? I don't know. That's how dumb they are. They're not smart. If they were like, they're not observant, quite frankly. They're very much the kind of people who can be led with a carrot on a stick. Yeah. And they're very much being led by somebody with a carrot on a stick. And that person is Syl and Mikey, in my opinion, who use them as a way to push out their own propaganda to sell bullshit. That's my take on it. All right. Now, when we get to the situation involved, so that was kind of what kicked things off necessarily. And then, but really what it then boiled down to, like, the Zeno situation is really what Max started getting upset about, because there were claims made about Zeno that he is racist, that he is a bigot, that he's a troll, all of these things. And a lot of people, not just the core people in the story, a lot of other individuals have been like, have told him, get rid of Zeno. Like, he's just a piece of shit. Just get rid of him. What the fuck? All right. But what we know is that him and Zeno, they play video games together. And if you're a gamer, like you get it, you get those COD lobbies. Like, I remember COD lobbies from back in the day. I'll tell you, you want to know that like the worst ones ever were Rainbow Six lobbies for some reason. I never did those. That was always just a thing. Like, I've been booted out of lobbies in Rainbow Six because I was white. I'm not even making that up. I'd play the game and I'd log in like, hey, what's up, guys? And they're like, you white? Yeah, boot. What the fuck? They were going to put on Wakanda Forever, dude. And this was in like 2006. So you know what? Maybe they had a time machine. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's going to be the plot of Black Panther 3. How we curbed racism in Rainbow Six. I don't know. All I'm saying is, like, we all know, if you play games and if you spend time in Discord, you spend time in, like, you know, look, there was a time on the internet when anything went. All right. And that time was roughly about, you know, like 12 to like, you know, like 9 to 12 years ago. Right. Like, anything on the internet practically went. And you could say whatever you want. It didn't really matter. People never took it seriously. It was whatever. But in recent years, people have taken this shit really, really seriously. And so it does, you know, there's like growing pains as a result of this. And I think someone like Zeno, who, as far as I understand it, is like over the age of 50. He, you know, so he's been around the internet since like he was in his mid 20s. So he's been around a long time, probably, you know, been in a lot of those like trolley type groups, when, you know, the maybe meme sharers or like the edgy commentators and shit. Like, I mean, come on, I've been around for a long time myself. I'm 40 and I've seen all.
Uh-oh. I lost you there. Am I alone? Am I alone with chat? Or is it me? Chat, did we lose Matt? Is it just the dinosaur? Do I have this amazing platform? Is this my This is my platform now. All right. This is what's going on. Max, totally innocent. Release the Batgirl. Boom. My platform. No, I'm kidding. I understand grievances. So let's see what we got here. Will he be back? Perp takeover. Matt was starting to roll. right? He was feeling it. What do I do? I'm in charge. I'm telling my girlfriend, Matt left me with the chat. It's 3-perp theater, baby. We're going to be talking Michael Bay. We're going to be talking Jackie Chan movies, John Woo movies.
Okay, that should be better now. Sorry about that.
That was really cool. Don't worry.
That's fine. You didn't say the N-word, right? We're good? We're good?
Yeah, no.
Okay, good. Because that'll get you canceled. You're dressed as a dinosaur. Trust me, it's not a deflection. Okay, it's not an excuse. They're gonna come after you, poop. All right, that's how it goes. Anyway. No, sorry, I don't know what happened. My internet went wonky for a second. So anyway, so that's kind of where we are on this kind of stuff, right? Anyway, yeah, sorry guys, it just booted me out. I don't know if I saw there was like one. Hold on, like H-Bar's here for $2. Thank you, man. How hard is it to ban Zeno? Does he got info on Max? I mean, that's an honest question that's been asked quite a bit. And again, yeah, Zeno knows who Max is. I would believe that to be true. I know who Max is. I know his real name. I know what he looks like. I have his number. A lot of us do. There was one time, and this is true, like Max all of a sudden just text messages myself and RJ and Enosh and I think like one other person. And he sends us a selfie in a group DM, like a group chat. And like, we're like, who, what the fuck? Like what's going on? So again, like Max is not the most technologically savvy person.
Yes.
He's kind of a boomer. All right. On that front, like he's not trying to be more than what he is. Yeah. And I think that's why this whole situation is as tragic as it is.
Yeah.
Because Max is like, again, when you're so terminally online and everything about you revolves around like every kind of valid element in your life revolves around how you are being treated or how you are presented on the internet, that ends up being a problem. And he just wants to be friends with everybody. And I get that. And sometimes there's battles like Tony, the Getaway and I have battled on his channel. I've battled his chat. I battle a lot of people, but like he still sends me a link and brings me on knowing damn well that's going to happen. Yeah. But I'm not the reason why people are leaving. And people have been leaving. People have been ending their memberships, unsubscribing from the channel, moving on. And largely it has to do, from my understanding, with the way that he conducts the streams. He has way too big of panels. No one can talk over everybody. There are disruptors. Sometimes it's myself, but largely it can be other people. There's a lack of focus, and it ends up just being like a mess that usually kind of falls apart. And that's why people just get frustrated and they just want to go. And that's what I think's been weighing on him as well. And when he was on here the other night, he had talked about like, he's paying for StreamYard and he's giving that out to people for them to use, which is something he can do. I pay for the premium myself, so I get that. And he's trying to do things. Instead of just talking about movie talk, he has to start then going after other people, right? I've been featured in so many of his thumbnails. He's outright stolen thumbnails I made and put himself in there. It's like, I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I've known Max for a couple of years now. I backed him during the whole Andy Signor fallout situation because Andy Signor was being a piece of shit. And Max wanted to call out hypocrisy. And I helped him do that. And it cost me a personal friendship as a result of that. But I backed Max, And so I don't know if you've personally seen this specific video clip. I've played it before. But the reason why this is important, is because, when Max was in a similar situation to what we're talking about, I backed him. And a lot of us backed him because it was wrong. But have you seen this?
Over it. Matt, leave me the fuck alone. You're starting to freak me out. It's obsessive.
It's scary, isn't it?
It is legitimate, like single white female. Like, dude, move on. He's like Max the Mandalorian. Do I gotta we gotta dig up some dirt on him to sort of scare him to shut up too? I don't understand. Like, stop.
I am in possession of Mad Max's face behind the mask.
Uh-oh.
I am issuing a warning to this man. Not just his face behind the mask, but also details about things he doesn't want known.
I want to go. I'm going on record. I don't know anything about this.
Yes, he does not.
He's like Max the Mandalorian. Do I gotta like? We gotta dig up some dirt on him to sort of scare him to shut up too? I don't understand.
I want to go. I'm going on record. I don't know anything about this. Jody, Matt Jarbo went on a stream saying I doxed him and gave. I like, dude, I don't support that. I don't give if this guy's private information.
Right.
At the same time, he's come at you and me, to be honest, really hard.
We gotta dig up some dirt on him to sort of scare him to shut up too? I don't understand.
Yeah, dude, Andy, I have like nothing.
So, I mean, you get the gist there, right? Andy and Jody, somebody gave them Max's name and face and everything else. And they went after him with a very public attempt at blackmail and extortion to get him to stop talking about them. Now, I would assume you would agree with me that that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just out there being hosers. But no, that's kind of that happened a couple of years ago. And in the process of what that was, is like the opening of that was like somebody had pretended to be me in Andy's chat, and Andy freaked the hell out and then started making claims about me. Like, he's like, do we have to dig up dirt on me? Well, the thing is, all of my dirt's already out there and I don't hide from it. So good fucking luck anyway. You know, so that's kind of the whole thing that kind of like, this is why this situation is as bad as it is. So let's go to yesterday, right? Let's go to yesterday. Let's talk about the big thing here. So yesterday,
we get it. Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry. Your chat's triggering me. Okay. Go
don't read the chat. Don't read the chat. Focus on me. Point. Focus on me. Don't read the chat. All right. Don't read the chat. You can click over to the private chat thing and you don't have to read it. All right. Like, there's no point if you know, because I'm here because I know, you know, it can happen. Chat gets distracting. All right. There's 180 people watching. Not enough of you are smacking the like button. Just saying. Nope. Just saying.
That's what triggered me.
That's what triggered you. Do you want a triggered little movie perp? Do you want to trigger?
No, they don't.
Anyway,
do the line from Mission Impossible. You haven't seen me very upset.
Oh, there we go. So anyway, okay. So here's the thing. I had Max on my stream the other night, right? And I don't know if you happen to see that or not.
Yes.
Okay. So I had the stream Movie Turkey Entertainment, which Max liked the thumbnail.
Yark.
And he came on and he gave his side of things a little bit. Like, all right. And it kind of felt like at the end of that, it was kind of done. Right? It was kind of done. Like, he's like, you know, I want to be done with this. I want to move on. I want blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That's not true. Because after that stream, he started talking with other people. And that information, to an extent, found its way around. So I had heard about that. And I didn't say anything about it publicly or nothing like that. Kind of just was like, okay, whatever. He's just venting, blah, blah, blah. But I'd heard that he was going to do a live stream and that he was going to do it about Xeno and exposing the lies made against Xeno, which I thought was interesting. Like, okay, this is going to be, now you're just now we're going to get into exacerbation territory, right? Now we're just going to get into like gloves off, fight. So then yesterday I talked to Max on the phone and he's like, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to get RJ, just RJ, in a call with me and Brian later on today. And I'm like, okay, about what? And he's like, just trust me. I need you to be there. So you can talk some sense into RJ, but I just need you to get him there, and just RJ, no one else. Don't tell anyone else about this. And I'm like, and I told him, I said, anything you say to RJ will get back to Saggy one way or another. It will happen. Make no mistake about that. And whatever. So we set the stream up. RJ comes on in after he's done watching The Last of Us. I mute myself and Max just kind of lays into RJ about this whole thing with like discords and trolley discords and saying inappropriate things in discords and things like that. Now, what happened was Max comes into it with this whole like kind of like this. I would think that his particular mindset was like, he's a big brother type guy coming on in. Like, come on, RJ, your whole future's ahead of you, man. Your whole future's there. You don't want to throw it away over this nonsense. But he's being very, 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 very vague about what that is. Right? Being very vague about what that is. And what it is, and Saggy mentioned this earlier, so I can talk about this, is in Saggy's Discord, Xeno and RJ and Hans have all said the N-word. Right?
Oh.
With the A ending. with the A ending on RJ's end, right? The difference between Zeno and RJ was bullied into it for 2 hours by Saggy, who was a black woman, by the way. She was dropping the N-word pass and doing it as more of like bullying a white guy into saying it. And some people like doing that kind of stuff, to be fair. I've been in a situation where people were trying to bully me into saying it, and I was all like, I'm not dumb. And I was 17.
Say the R slur. Say it.
Say it. Yeah, say it. Say it with the hard R. It's the only way I can come. It's no. But it, whatever. So RJ did it there. Okay. And that was it. And he felt really guilty, even though Saggy pressured him into it. Peer pressure is a motherfucker. Okay. Zeno, from my understanding, has then gone into another person's Discord. I believe it was Belle Reeve or someone, and started dropping hard R to the point of where they were like, can you stop doing this? So he's that's what they're talking about. It's like him going into somebody else's Discord outside of the little protective bubble where you can say whatever you want and no one's going to get triggered because you all trust each other. But when you take that, N-word passes are non-transferable as far as I understand it. I don't know. I don't have one. I reject. Anyway, I'm trying to be funny. It's not a funny situation. I'm trying to bring levity to it. But anyway, so that's my understanding of what happened. Well, this is the conversation with RJ is what Max was trying to use as a way to bully RJ into silence. And when it was mentioned, like, again, the idea there was that RJ could throw his entire life away because he's going to school and he's trying to become a professional and things like that. And, he's young. He doesn't want, but he basically, the other side of that though, was Max had said, he's like, but if any one of your friends keeps talking about this, if any one of your friends keeps calling Zeno a racist, I'm going to have to provide context. And that is where we get into the quote unquote blackmail territory, because instead of just telling RJ to like, shut the fuck up, or this is going to be brought up, right? Or context will be provided. What it was is if any one of your friends steps out of bounds, Max is then going to have to step up and drop this info. Info has nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. He wasn't there for that conversation. Again, third-hand information. Does, like in that little opening I did, I made the comment, like, we don't know what he has because he didn't say what he had. He just said like, it's whatever Zeno told him. And that's why at the end of that, the joke I made earlier was like, Max basically said, hey, AJ, you got a nice future there. Would be a shame if someone would have come along and ruin it, And that is where the problem lies. I mean, I think you would agree, like saying those kind of things publicly, privately, or the other is still a threat.
Yes, so far, but I would like a little more context.
Well, what more context do you need? That's my question.
Okay. I need to know, let's say they're talking about, you're spreading lies about this person, about something that a private DM or something that could reveal, oh, this person's lying or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would see that as a threat, but not as much as like, oh, no, it's like, dude, it's more of like, dude, if you keep talking, I'm going to have to reveal the truth through the DMs. I don't want to do that because it's affecting me, blah, blah, blah. So that could be the thing. But I definitely don't agree with the blackmail, and I definitely don't agree that Max has handled this. My initial jump in this was all through the Enosh, and this is obviously new developments. Correct?
Yeah, there's new information that you are, as I said to you earlier on Discord, Mike, you are relatively new to all of this side of things. So there's and that can be, there's a lot there. There's a lot of context. There's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of lived experiences that a lot of people out there just aren't going to have. Yeah. And so understanding all of it is difficult, especially when emotions are running high. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons why I was dragged into last night is Max tried bringing up like the polar bear thing as well, this could impact you too, Matt. And I'm all like, how? How? Everyone knows what I did a decade ago. Like, and everyone is either mad at me or fine with it. It's like, I can't control how they feel, but I will not be impacted by this. Well, but RJ could have said it and you have him on your channel. RJ's his own person. Saggy's his own person. Like, yeah. I don't know what they've done. I have not seen any proof of this. RJ confirmed, to an extent that he had done it. But today we found out more context surrounding the Saggy pushing him. you know, and everything else. And again,
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like, you know, amongst friends sort of thing. I get it. I think we can all be adults enough to understand that it doesn't matter how much of a moral Puritan you are on the internet. Everyone acts differently around friends or family or whatever. All right. Like we do adapt our personality to fit who we are around. That is very true.
Yeah.
And so everyone out there will make a bad joke or say something dumb. It doesn't mean anything specific. It is what it is, you know, but people out there just want to cancel over whatever. So that's where we are. So then Max, you know, effectively like ended he left the call. Brian, RJ and I were there, and I was like, you know, it's blackmail, right?
Yeah.
And Brian confirmed that. He's like, yeah, it sounds like blackmail. Because it's not like Zeno coming out and defending Zeno. It's Max coming out in defense of Zeno by trying to more or less throw RJ under the bus. But the thing is, RJ is also not RJ's real name. So, you know, and like not everybody knows who RJ is. So it's kind of like there's that. But there are some people who do apparently, and they might be connected to this. So that is an absolute fear as well. And if you are trying to just, you know, if you are going to go full scorched earth on somebody, that's how you fucking do it. Now, I went to bed after this shit was done last night. I just like, fuck this shit. I told RJ, don't tell Saggy, just let it die or whatever. Right. And the reason why I said that was because obviously Max is triggered. Obviously he's trying to pull something here. It's ridiculous, but he'll forget about it in a day or two and whatever. And is it really worth all the hassle? Is it really worth all the problems? And of course that didn't fucking last because, you know, woke up this morning and a lot of people knew about it. So, you know, and me being involved and again, like I've had my own controversies on the internet with private stuff. So I would like, okay, now I got to talk about it cause I don't want, cause I was there. But the thing to consider here though, is I did talk to Max earlier today and I told him, I'm all like, what you did was illegal. What you did is literally threaten somebody with peoples who have your name and your face and your info. Like this is how, if you start going, you know, to war, you're going to get doxxed. And he goes, well, I'm going to seek legal counsel. And I'm like, okay. What I didn't know he was going to do is he was going to drop that fucking video. I didn't know that. So that caught me by surprise. Because all of a sudden, you know, he goes live and he does this. He's like, you know, what is it called here? It's we all made mistakes. This is the end. And you know, you heard it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I not everyone here has. We'll go through a little bit of it here because I just there's a couple things with this. It is sad. It should not have been made. It should not have been made. This was made relatively under duress, but it was his own fucking duress. So it is that. But
yeah, I think I'm in there saying stop.
Well, I think you might have been in the chat saying stop, but you weren't. Yeah. You didn't bring up any.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry.
So you know that's kind of the stupidest kind of thing. By the way, we are now over 200 people. 200 people watching. This is all right. So this is the stream. This is what he was told to say under legal counsel, right? I told him apologize and beg forgiveness. Okay. I didn't say do it publicly. That to me was like why it caught me off guard, because all this does without context is confusing. And it comes across in a way that like you have to provide context, because even in this, at one point he brings up RJ's comment, which then just like validates what RJ said. And now it gives context to what this is. So anyone watching it without knowing anything is gonna be like, wait, hold on, you blackmailed your friend? So it's like, it's so out there. That's the craziness. So we're just gonna, Anthony here. I saw Anthony in the chat. He said like, I was confused. Yeah. It's just crazy. So let's go into this.
Okay. I do have a statement to read. I just got back. I have an apologies to make. I think the main thing to take away from here before I read the statement is we've all made mistakes. We need to all be better and grown-ups. And I mean, everything we could all learn from this, please. and let this be it. Let this be it. Okay. So I have a statement that I'm supposed to read. It's not, and I do have an apology to make in it as well. First, after discussing the situation with legal counsel, it's clear that we've all made numerous mistakes. I had an opinion on doxing and harassment, which was my personal opinion, but I do need to state I am not a lawyer. It shouldn't, and I also should not have been forced to give an opinion for that matter.
But okay, so like for one, he starts off and he says, we've all made a lot of mistakes. In this context, really, Max made the mistake. So it's like the obfuscation from that caught me off guard right off the bat the first time I watched this, and I was like frustrated. I'm like, oh God. And then he gets like, here, I shouldn't have been forced to give my opinion. Also, you were never forced to give anything. Everything was done willfully and freely and of his own volition. So whatever, I don't know what kind of, I understand the narrative I think he's trying to make. But even then, like just based on what I've told you, does it seem like he was forced into anything?
I don't know.
It's just again, anyway, it goes on.
Should have given one. Legal advice wasn't available to me until Monday, and I should not have responded or become involved. Live streams are not the time or place to level this type of heinous accusations, especially with movie talk. I like to foster a safe environment for my panelists and viewers. I should have said nothing. I will not participate in such situations in the future. Note, I do have to note that this event did not occur on my personal YouTube channel, Twitter, or Discord. All these accusations seem to appear on another user's Discord, which I am not a part of. This is to confirm that I never want to be a part of that user's Discord or hear anything from it in the future. If anyone believes this matter should be further pursued, they should contact the Discord owner or the terms of service of Discord.
Okay, so on that front, he's talking about the context from within Saggy's Discord, of which he has no firsthand knowledge. And he has, this appears to me, he has no he only has secondhand knowledge and potentially not even any evidence to back up his claims. So that's kind of him also putting himself into a bad situation because he really came at this in a way that was hot, heavy, and not well researched. But if you know Max, that's kind of par for the course.
That's his thing, right?
That's his thing. Yeah.
Max, listen to me, man. Let's talk, man. Just listen to me. I could give you really good advice. Please. For the love of God. When you come back, take a break. Jarbo's right. Take a break.
Yeah. I mean, that's my biggest advice here is to take a break, but there's still more to get to.
And reporting methods. There have been multiple accusations from various sources and parties that I am not equipped. Callie, please.
Even the dog's like, shut up right now.
I have nothing to do with them. I attempted to de-escalate because it involved many people. And this is not in the statement that are my friends, so I shouldn't have got involved, though. And I don't want to be, okay? And in my opinion, casts unfavorable light, not just on the accused, but the accusers as well. This is my opinion and why I was distraught and sought legal advice. Because of my mental distress, I attempted to contact friends to try to de-escalate the situation. These attempts may have been perceived as aggressive, but I assure you that was not my intention. I wanted to resolve it. My intention is attempting to have a meeting and include 2 other individuals was to put an end to it. One of the people I wanted to include in this meeting was in constant contact with me. Okay, yes, was in constant contact with me and knows how much this impacted my mental status.
He is referring to me, I believe, on that one. Because I was in contact with him, because after we did the stream the other night, the movie Turkey Entertainment one, I said I'm going to reach out to him after the stream, make sure he's okay. Yeah. And I was in contact with him yesterday as a result of that. So that's what I think he's referring to. But when he says like this happened, it wasn't meant to be, the intent wasn't to be aggressive. Like, no, he got aggressive with it. Like when he goes, when he says, if your friends say anything, then I'm going to release this information. Like that's I don't care what he's trying to, he can argue that wasn't my intent, but he said it. Like he said it. And even RJ after that was like, so you're going to, you're going to come after me for things other people said. I'm paraphrasing, but it's basically about it. Like he's like, RJ's like, I can't control other people, and that's what he was saying. And it ends up being this. So he was being aggressive about it. He was making and issuing a threat. And I don't know if he understands that he did that, but this is something that was prepared for him to read. So obviously it's going to have the best possible light attached to it because it's prepared by someone who gives him legal advice. So let's go on.
I sincerely apologize to Resident Justice and Jimbo. In addition to not being a lawyer, I have an extensive personal medical history that proves I'm unequipped to give my opinion. On top of this, my medical condition worsens with an irregular sleep schedule, stress, and duress, with the result that I am emotionally. This is not news. I have stated this on numerous occasions. Throughout my YouTube career, I have continued to disavow, and have gone on record disavowing doxing, harassing, and gossip. I have stated numerous times that I do not want to be involved with my friend's issues. I want nothing to do with any other accusations of any kind from this Discord server. Please cease and desist asking me to render judgment on things I am not equipped and have no involvement. Many can verify that this has been my modus operandi from day one. Fortunately, social media platforms offer terms of service and reporting options if you have further accusations. Please see those materials or seek legal counsel. This YouTube terms of service state, if you potentially stalk YouTube users, leveling accusations, that user has the right to contact YouTube for resolution. This puts all the YouTube channels at risk for violations of YouTube community guidelines. It puts the ball in the court for the consumer or paying customer to report this activity. Let's do what we signed up, do what we signed on for, and put this behind us. There were no winners, but potentially a lot of losers. This isn't I want to add, this is not a game. This isn't a game to win. There's no winners here. This is stupid to me.
Now, I do agree that there are no winners here and that this is dumb. But and the thing is, like Thomas here says, if this guy did something stupid like taking his life, how would you guys feel? I'd feel terrible, but he knows, I've told him repeatedly, take time away from YouTube. Get away from this shit. When you start making these kind of threats and no one holds you accountable for that, that is what only adds to the problem. I told him today, I said, talk to your wife about this, because he didn't want to talk to his wife about this. I said, talk to your wife about this. Take the recommended dosage of sleeping pills, because he says he's only slept 2 hours and 48. And I'm like, and sleep for 12 hours. That's what I told him. Because other than that, there's nothing more I can do. I don't have his address. I don't have his home phone number. I have his cell phone. I don't know who his wife is. But he starts coming out making these kind of threats against other people for shit that didn't happen on his YouTube channel, which he's trying to make sure that that's known, because the conversation was off air in a private StreamYard link last night. That ends up being the bigger problem. So I don't want anything bad to happen to Max. I don't want him canceled. I don't want him ruined. I don't want him even run off. I want him to get the help that he needs. And quite frankly, I believe that is getting off of this platform as often as he is here. Because he is very much only hurting himself at this point. And that's the thing. So we need to remember but not holding him accountable as his friends is probably the worst thing we could do. And he went public with something that has a lot of people asking questions when he could have kept quiet about it. So let's explain what's going on and give the proper context in order to make informed opinions. Because as Max is even saying in this, I am not equipped to give an informed opinion. And yet he still tried to do that. So that's where it's at.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. That's what's going on. No, I agree with Broden. This is all dumb and sad. It is. That's why I want to just get this out of the way. I hope he gets help and leave it at that. But we are getting closer to this thing being towards the end of it, at least the initial statement.
And another reason I attempted to de-escalate before seeking legal advice, I reiterate that I am not equipped to handle this type of issue, do not want to be involved in any way whatsoever in the future. As far as I am concerned, I'm very sorry this occurred and that this matter is concluded. I will have nothing further to say about it. I apologize for any perceived ill will, as my intentions were honorable, and I wish everyone the best. Please don't bring this to me anymore, okay? All right, that's the end of it. I'm trying to get some rest now. I hope that gets my stance. That now I'm off script now. I think we should be I also need to be careful. We all need to be careful with accusations on live streams. I'm all for rumors, speculation on an entertainment industry. We really need to be careful with accusations, okay? I apologize if it was perceived that way.
So this is what RJ says. Thanks for apologizing for the attempted blackmail against me. Let's all agree to walk away amicably and go our separate ways. The end. And other than that, he did not mention in the 6 minutes leading up to this, in that whole statement, what he had done and why he was giving it. And I kind of agree with the cool guy here. He was trying to expose it first to be the victim. Like, I kind of agree with that because all he had to do was do this privately. Like, I am sorry. Things got out of hand. Or can we be done with it? And every party involved would have said, yes, 100%.
RJ, is that true? RJ, you wouldn't have gone public with this if Max did it.
Well, they are waiting to come in till after you leave. If you want, we can bring them in now.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't want to get
comfortable with me here.
No. I just wanted to give you.
I did see a mean thing leaving the last stream with him. I was like, "You're terrible."
I wanted to make sure that you had your space, so we could have this conversation. Okay. So to give more context to this is Saggy and RJ.
Oh, but not Saggy. No.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so just RJ then.
No.
I already apologized for yelling at you earlier. It's just tensions are very high.
Okay,
I'm not going to read the chat either because it's just too much.
I want to open this because there's a lot more people watching this stream compared to my stream where me and Saggy explained the context for what I did wrong. I do want to say and put it out there first that yes, I did use the N-word with an A and I used the F slur in a private Discord call. But Saggy is going to explain the actual context for it because that is what is being used against me in this blackmail attempt. But I'm trying to give all the context for the uses of those two words. So go ahead, Saggy.
Okay. So in my old private Discord, because it's gone now, it was me, RJ, Zeno, and Hans in voice chat. My Discord was really small, so it wasn't very active. It was mainly just us four all the time talking, so it was only 4 people. And I and Zeno, as well as Hans, were also in another Discord server that's basically like a crap posting server where people just talk crap and they say anything, edgy stuff. It's just like one of those type of like Discord servers where they have blood sports and stuff. So a lot of the bad words, like the actual bad words, were said there, right? And so RJ at one point, he wanted to go in there because he wanted, I guess
it was a dancing pug emoticon.
Yeah, he wanted an emoticon that you could only get from being in that Discord.
So RJ had to almost like sell his soul and his dignity for an emoji.
It was a dancing.
I mean, this is also the guy that pays to subscribe to Grace Randolph. So let's be fair, he makes poor choices.
Okay, for the record, that's not why he didn't say the word to get admission. Okay, so what had happened was, I told him no because that Discord was not a place for him because I know RJ, he's a sweet guy and he's not like that type of humor or stuff is not for him. So we told him, no, you can't be, you can't come in. And then, there was a little back and forth, like, oh, come on.
For over 2 or 3 hours.
Right. Well, no, RJ.
Yeah.
So he was begging to get the link, and I said no, and I said you can't handle those words, and he said yes I can, it's fine. I was like, okay, well then say it, say the word, and he said no. I was like, no, say the word, and then you can come in. As a joke. Like it wasn't like I was like seriously like trying to push him. Like again, I'm a black woman. What's comfortable around me and what I expect for my friends. Like I have friends, that's my comfortability. I know I saw people talking about it when it was dropped in the chat. Like I get it, you are right to feel the way you feel, but I'm also in right to feel how I feel. Okay, so when it's a bunch of friends just hanging out and joking around, and I said say the words, he said it once, and he said it with the A, not the ER. Not like it makes a difference to some people, but just for context, for those of you who don't care, it was with the A. And he mumbled it. He didn't even fully say it. He mumbled the words because he didn't feel comfortable saying it. And we all got a good laugh. It was like, oh, RJ's based and stuff like that. And then that was 2 years ago, by the way. 2 years ago. And RJ has never said any rendition version of those words again. That's just not RJ. So if anyone is to blame and if anyone's going to get blackmailed, it should be me because I was the one that pressured them to say those words. But it wasn't like the big difference with that is, again, private server, but among friends, just 4. The difference was what we were calling, what people were, it wasn't even me calling out, what Zeno was being called out for is going to another Discord server with prominently mostly black people in there and using the N-word with the ER. And now again, I actually defended Zeno and said he's not racist. That was on me. I made the mistake of allowing him to feel comfortable saying that around me, but he was also part of those other Discord servers. So I still took the fall for something that I really didn't have to, looking back on it, because he was also in those same Discord servers with me with people who used it with the ER and A. So he was already comfortable using those words. So I just wanted to give that context so that people understand that, yeah, was it wrong? Sure. 2 years ago, we've moved on. So why bring it up again?
And again, I wasn't for sure what Max is referring to when it came to Discords and all this, but he basically was going off saying that had he known about this, that Saggy gave out N-word passes that he would never have associated with there ever, and that he thinks that Hans is just as bad as Zeno then, and that he would have cut me off if he had known about this. And again, it was a one-time thing that I think was stupid. I gave into peer pressure. It was dumb of me, and I've never, ever, 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 ever used that word ever again since. So, again, there's context and layers to this, and they're trying to hold me over for that, which, again, was it dumb for me to give into Saggy's peer pressure? Yeah, but it was a private Discord call at like 3 in the morning, shooting the shit, Do I regret it? Yes. If people want to shun me and get mad at me for that, then I guess that's what it is. So
okay, so now we have context surrounding what was going to be used and everything else. Now, the question then becomes, does that still make it all right? No, it does not. And that's what we as people who know Max have to contend with here. We have to kind of make that abundantly clear. That it's not right to do that. And so, yeah. There you go, Movie Perp. That's essentially the context of it all.
And he's not doing it anymore, right? He apologized, right, RJ? He's not like... Or other people are doing this, or other people harassing you about that, or?
I mean, it's only gone public today because I chose to get out ahead of it and just say what I would assume is being discussed. I don't know. The issue too is that when it comes to somebody like Zeno, who I believe is very mentally unhinged and a habitual liar, I have no clue what he's telling Max that I've said and done because I can only assume that's the only thing that he would potentially have on me. But that's the only thing I can think of to where it would even be an issue, and I own up to that. But I don't know if he's lying about other things. I don't know what's going on. This is also Zeno, a person who I told something in confidence to about my social life that he used against me, and Saggy has seen the evidence of that as well. So, I mean, this is a very scary situation for me a bit because I don't think Max would ever be malicious about it, but I don't trust the other people that he surrounded himself with not to. And that's the problem. And again, I don't think Max was trying to do blackmail. I don't know what's going on with him, but it's getting to a level where I am very uncomfortable. And it's getting to a level where I need to prioritize my own personal safety. And it's getting to be too much, guys. It really, really is. So
I'm surprised nobody said this is all coming out on Black History Month.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got one more day. There you go. I don't.
But yeah, no, I mean, listen, this whole situation this is not easy for me because I didn't want to have to come forward about this. I didn't want to have to break off from Max, but I have to stick to my morals, and things are just it's one of those cases where I think that it's just not mixing well, and I think we're all bad for each other's mental health and mental well-beings. That's why it's probably best to walk away. And I was done. I was over and done with this until Sunday night. I get these messages asking to come and talk to me. And again, I mean, the way Matt described it's 100% accurate. It's basically being like, either you shut up and tell your friends to shut up about these things, or I have to provide context. It's going to make all of us look bad, and I'll drag you down to hell with me. And it makes no sense because, again, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And if it's about this one specific thing, then I've already fessed up to that, and we can move on from that, because I'm not going to let a dumb mistake that I made 2 years ago be used against me in a way where it's like trying to threaten my life and my career. Like, I'm about to graduate and like get a job and stuff. Like, I don't need this, And it's not fair.
So, I mean, yeah, I think that the whole thing has gone very much cray cray, as the kids say. So, I mean, is there anything else you have questions about, Perp?
No, I think I'm good here.
All right. Has it like changed your opinion at all?
This is a new development. I still feel the same way about the original event that caused this. The reason why he was losing subscribers. I still feel the same, that he was kind of dealt a shitty hand, and he doesn't work well with shitty hands. So I'm not surprised. Go ahead.
Can I just say, FYI, I mean, a lot of people have already like walked away a month before this event happened, and a lot of people were like on the verge.
Which I didn't know about. I didn't know. There was a couple people who actually told us that they left a month ago, and we didn't know about it. So it wasn't like everyone left all at the same time. People were leaving like a month ago.
And also, when this blew up, a lot of people were reaching out and saying, yeah, we were kind of on our way out anyway. So again, this was not on us. We didn't convince anybody.
I never blamed you guys. I was just, I went to your guys' chat and I saw some like ugly things being said. Never said it was you. I was a little disappointed because some of those people I've been in panels with, and they're, going a little too hard for a guy that's clearly breaking down, in my opinion.
Right, but like I said,
this is not supporting his blackmail attempt against RJ.
I understand. I made sure, and even though I'm very upset with Max right now, when I talked to him, because he did a StreamYard call with me telling me he was getting legal counsel and preparing a legal statement, I didn't push it because obviously
that's weird.
I didn't push it. I didn't push it because I could tell he was very frustrated. He told me about his dad with the pre-op surgery, and that, I mean, I'm just going to be honest. He did say that he may be seeking psychiatric help because of what's going on right now. And I just told him, take care of your mental health. Like, this is getting way too crazy. Even though I'm mad at you, and I think we need to like split up and go our separate ways. I personally do not want to see anyone fall down so bad, because I was there, and I'm not going to speak for her, but I know how bad this stuff can affect people's mental health. It happened to Saggy, and what happened to her wasn't right either. So I'm going to show him the same care I showed her, because that's the kind of person I am, even though she didn't receive the same kind, and it's fucked up that she didn't, because Saggy deserved to be treated better in that situation. But I don't want to see anyone go having to admit themselves to a psychiatric hospital because this is getting that serious. So You know?
Yeah.
It's getting to be too crazy. Like I swear to Jesus, I'm done after this. Like I am like Mando season 3 comes out tomorrow. I got Last of Us. I got movies I want to see. I got things I want to talk about. I may not be on Max's channel anymore, and I may not be able to call him a friend after this, but I don't want to keep doing this back and forth because it's getting too crazy, and it's not good for any of us or any of our mental health. Period.
I mean, overall, what you guys have been seeing is like a bunch of people trying to maintain friendships when we should have ended them a long time ago because our chemistry, just like our personalities.
No, and you're right. I think that this is the result of us not handling things, Max not handling things, and trying to keep relationships going that were clearly not working out, and we're just becoming more and more toxic. So.
Yes. So yeah, that's where we find ourselves on this particular subject. I mean, you know, there's a couple supers to get to, and then we can take some questions from the audience. That's really about it. There won't be probably much more. You know, I mean, Max did text me and said he will not be. He's not streaming tonight. And, you know, like he's basically, I think, going to take, I don't know what he's going to do. Tony, I came here for the blood sports. We're not fighting anyone. I mean, if Max wants to come on and explain it, which I would not recommend.
I think
I would not recommend.
I think he needs to take some time off.
Yeah. Like really if he was in the chat saying all this stuff, I would not let him on. I mean, I know people want him to come on and all that, but if he clearly is that no one here is wanting anything bad to happen to him. This is an accountability thing, not an attack. This is like a call for, like we can see there's a call for help and we're like, look, it's escalated to the point of where it got bad. And so, you know, that's what this is. And I hope if people reiterate this to him, the people who are watching this in order to report back to him, of which I know there's probably a few, you keep that in mind.
Well, yeah, and actually give a shit about the guy and maybe don't egg him on and maybe actually do what's right and tell him that he needs to stop and he needs to take a break.
Yeah.
And again, when you have people like Zeno in your life who are nothing but trolls and enablers and instigators, I worry. I truly worry. But that's his choice. Okay, and that's why I can't be around that environment anymore. So
yeah. Ryan here for 10. Thank you, Ryan. Says, I DM Max to take a few weeks off the internet, maybe longer. I don't hate him, but he's clearly not in the right state of mind. I've already lost one friend to mental problems. And I think that is something like, you know, Max has openly talked about his mental health. He's talked about being on medication for that. He's talked about, you know, how he has to limit his drinking as a response. And these are all things he has said publicly, by the way. This is not private shit. You know, so you can start to kind of see that there is probably some correlation to some of this stuff. And that, of course, needs to be addressed. And that would take a trained professional. And I hope that he goes for it. I do. So anyway, let's see. There's a couple other quick supers to get to. King of the Golden State here says crocodile tears. I don't think they're crocodile tears. I think he legitimately is upset. But he may not understand why people are upset with him. I think that might be a factor. H-Bars5 says Max needs to take a long break from the internet. I don't want to hear one day that he self-harmed. No one does. No one here does. I think anyone listening, no one wants that either. We all want the best for him. But you have to hold something like that accountable. Throg here says, as an old gray-haired cis white male, I forgive you all. Thank you. Thank you, Throg. We appreciate the forgiveness. You know, when
it's about time.
It's about time. About time the white people spoke up and started forgiving. Jesus. Maligned for so long, perp. So long. I think I'm the only like white guy on this chat too, so I can say that. Yeah, representation. Anyway, King
It
of
matters.
the Gold. King of the Gold say here says all this coming out on Black History Month. Yeah, well, 24 hours to go until it's over. So you know what? Got to get in the wire, I guess. But thank you all for the supers. I do appreciate that. Yeah, so I mean, if we have any questions from the audience, you guys can ask them. We can answer in the best way that we can. But I mean, in the meantime, I mean, you know, I don't quite know. Like I don't have any. This isn't a blood sport. Yeah,
I really don't know what else to say at this point. I mean, it hurts. I mean, again, you're not expecting to have to hear what you hear Sunday night after watching The Last of Us. I mean, it was just a very odd situation. And I'll be honest, I don't take that blackmail threat extremely seriously because I think Max was in a very deranged mental state, but it's still something I have to be concerned about, which is why I decided to do what I had to do today. So
yeah. Reed here for 2 says Dino Perp is cool. You gotta stand.
I got a song.
I still have I have a complaint though. Why did we not see Little Movie Raptor on my channel?
I was legitimately mad, and I was like, I'm not gonna play around. But,
okay. All right. Well, that's fair. I apologize if we enraged you.
No, it's only towards the end, but I kind of like getting triggered. That was kind of like a fun trigger.
I have not seen you angry before, so that's very scary.
Sorry.
Well, because even Perp DM'd me like when I posted the stream was going to go live and was like, "Can I go on because you're level-headed?" And I'm like, yeah. We can have a conversation.
To be fair, when it comes to both me and Saggy, I think we're both very emotional when it comes to this, and because it's been such a long-standing incident and back and forth on this. Because again, I had a falling out with Max way back, like 6 months ago over some shit. And we made up, but, you know, things are on the rocks, but even back then, you know, so it's not something that just, like, happened overnight. Yeah. There's been long stemming issues that I think it just escalated to a point where everyone just decided, okay, now it's the time just to, like, all right, no more second chances. Like, we need to, like, separate. So
I believe at some point you have a situation where, you know, people on the internet can come together and then grow apart relatively quickly. So there's that. Jason here asks, what's RJ's reaction to the apology video?
Man, shit. I had a lot to say about that, actually. I get the intention, although I don't think it's the most obviously he's very emotional while reading it, so it doesn't come across as eloquently as it could have. I get the intention behind it, but I think that it left stuff to be desired. I think he didn't really explain enough, but I understand it was just the intent. It was meant with good intentions to try and just end everything and be like, okay, we all messed up, which is code for I screwed up, and let's just all agree to like go our separate ways. But I will say though, it wasn't captured in the live chat replay, but he did start arguing with me again about the use of the term blackmail. So I don't know if he understands what he did and he thinks that I'm just exaggerating it. I don't know. But he was arguing with me about like, well, don't use the word blackmail. It's like you don't throw out accusations, which it's not an accusation. I mean, it's what you did. So
you wouldn't have to give a legally prepared response if what you did was on the up and up.
But that's what I'm confused about, though. Is the legal response that he got legal counsel for just for what he did to me, or is it for everything?
Well, it would be, I don't know, because he didn't clarify. He just read the statement. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's for everything and for the blackmail attempt, because he mentioned the doxing and harassment, but I don't know.
I don't know either. He's not in the right frame of mind, and he should not have given that statement. Jeremy asking, does this mean Zeno was banned from your guys' chats? I mean, I blocked him anyway, so
he's not welcome here. So
yeah, Zeno was my first. The reason why we even know Zeno is because Zeno was my first mod from my channel, and without going into details, because like I said, it's not every stuff that we've been passed over. I mean, at least for RJ. For certain reasons, he no longer has been welcomed back. He's been welcomed back once when he did apologize to me at one point, and then for some reason, I don't know if it was a stream I did, he kind of flip flopped, and he's permanently banned from my community. Yes.
There's only 2 communities I know of where he still permeates that we all associate with, but I'm not on Max's community anymore, so it's just the one now. So I don't think he's a mod, though. I think he's just a member. So.
Well, HBar's here for 5. Thank you. Says, I hope Enosh's accusations are true. The last one against Benson was proved false. Do you know what he's talking about?
I do not. I don't know what happened with the marketing.
That actually happened in your stream, Jarbo, where I think Benson said that when Enosh was on, literally the same day that the event happened, that he said that Enosh also claimed that he was several alt accounts. That wasn't true. I don't think it was proven false,
right.
Just,
well, okay. Thank you. There's been a. I know Enosh and Benson have gone at it for a while, so that's a whole other thing there. But again, the person that Enosh has, the stuff Enosh has claimed to see, none of us have ever seen. We've never been shown. We've never been offered to be shown. It's literally all just been
I will say that,
listen and believe.
I will say that personally, I will say I don't think I'm an impartial person when it comes to this, because Enosh is my friend, and the person that is being accused, I think, is a scumbag and has done some pretty heinous and nasty things to me in terms of actions against me and my friends. But given the state or the stakes of the situation and what is being accused and who it impacts, that's not Enosh per se, but it's him and his family. I am more inclined to believe it, simply off the fact that I don't believe Enosh would make it up or present it without some truly strong basis of like a form of reality, if that makes sense.
Well,
like I have to assume that he actually has something with this. So
well, I'm going to, without going into too many specifics on this one, because I just can't.
No, I know.
There are, again, the same accusations were levied against other people with the exact same lack of evidentiary proof being sent anyone's way. And the same claims were made. So again, it's like, does everybody just run alt accounts? Does everybody just run what's effectively known as lame ops?
I can explain the Benson one because I remember exactly why Enosh believed it was Benson. If you really want to just dive into that, because he basically said it on his stream before that the reason why he was very certain that the alt accounts were Benson was because that alt account that came in said specific things that were something that Benson would say, mentioned Condor Man a lot, and that's why Enosh believed it was him. But I also kind of defended Benson and said, well, anyone could just try to frame it on Benson. You know, people read the chat and probably have seen Benson mention things and probably try to troll you to make you believe it was Benson. But he did explain why he was pretty sure it was Benson. So that was a different.
Sure. Yeah. I understand. I understand that. I understand that. I mean, you know, it's not hard if you want to impersonate somebody, is like listen to their mannerisms and what they bring up a lot, and then you can try to mimic it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's really not that difficult to do. I mean, it's just, you know, Benson does have a thing for Contour Man. That is not an unknown thing. It's, if you spend enough time in a community, you know the ins and the outs, you know the memes, you know the jokes, you know the sayings. Right. It wouldn't be difficult to frame something a certain way by mentioning something very specific, albeit inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, you know? So it's not hard for that. What I'm talking about specifically are allegations made that have been made publicly by Enosh and alluding to certain pieces of information and how they were, you know, that he can't talk about, which leads me again as just a not, you know, like the efficacy and the legality of how they were obtained, if at all. And that's where I'm at with it. If at all, because I see Lunchbox here in the chat. It says, let me find this here. Enosh has a lawyer with the claims he made. He can't show any evidence. And if Enosh went to a lawyer and provided illegally gotten evidence, do you think a lawyer would in any way give him would tell him to continue talking about this, but not showing any evidence?
Max also consulted a lawyer, so and did that. We said the same thing.
Yeah, but and I told Max that going and talking to and I said this to Max today. I said talking to a lawyer, they're gonna tell you that they're not gonna help you. They're not gonna help you because if they unless they're representing you, they'll give you advice to shut the fuck up and or put out a statement saying you're sorry and hope that nothing else happens. But at the end of the day, what we're talking about here, blackmail is I believe, a felony, right? Which would put it in the, and let's say there is a district attorney in the town Max works in, right? Or a district attorney in the town RJ works in who happens to come across this for whatever reason. And they want to make a name for themselves cracking down on internet harassment and internet blackmail. Because there's a lot of that goes on. They could easily get that information if they wanted to. Again, they won't because it's so small fry. But that's how law enforcement works, right? When it comes to this whole thing of when Max threatened Jimbo the other night with legal action, all Max could do is just file a police report and say, these guys are saying that I hang out with racists.
Which we knew that was an empty threat.
It's absolutely, because there's no legal basis for the threat.
That he can't afford it.
It's not even affording it. What's the affording? It would be a civil trial. All right. It's not, there's the difference between this is the problem when too many fucking people watch goddamn fucking Law and Order. All right. The law does not work the way TV tells you it works. It just simply doesn't. And that's the thing people out there need to really fucking understand is it just does not work that way. And so it's if you want to, if you go to the authorities and you say I'm being harassed. Okay. I'll put it to you guys like this. When I got the handwritten death threat mailed to me, because I did 3 years ago or almost 4 years ago now, I received a postcard with a handwritten death threat mailed to me from, I think, Pittsburgh. Right. And I was like, fuck, dude, this is crazy. This is a new one. I've gotten death threats online, but this was handwritten and mailed to me. I contacted my contact at the FBI for when I was swatted. Be like, what the fuck do I do? He goes, contact the Postmaster General, file a report. Contact the local authorities, file a report. Well, what else can I do? Nothing. That's it. File a report, create a paper trail. That's all you can do until something actually happens. Local law enforcement is not equipped to handle this shit. They can barely handle swattings because they have a legal responsibility to act if a swatting threat is called in, because they do not know if it's real. They don't know if it's fake. All they know is that a 911 call or a non-emergency call comes in with this claim and they have to respond. That's why these things happen, because law enforcement is bound to respond because of that, because lives are being threatened. Someone saying nasty shit on the internet is not going to get law enforcement to fucking knock on your door. All right. Now, in some cases, they'll do some due diligence on this. So I'll give you guys an example. When I was swatted, I was asked by law enforcement. They were giving me my interview at my apartment as I was shaking and freaking out from having a shotgun shoved in my face. And they asked me, they said, have you been fighting with anyone online today? And I said, yes, I have been fighting with a person named Keemstar. I didn't say Keemstar did it. Now, I alluded in my video that I think he might have been behind it, but I didn't say he did it. That was in my video coming down off of the fucking, the crazy ass, adrenaline from everything. And then it was a while later, right, when I'm talking to my FBI contact who was taking on my case, he brings up Keemstar, and I say, you know what? I don't think Keemstar did it. All right. In the moment we were fighting, but I don't think he had anything to do with it. I did not know that FBI agent was going to contact the New York office in Keemstar's area and send a couple agents out to interview Keemstar themselves. I had no idea about that. I'd already said he had nothing to do with it, in my opinion. But they had clearly wanted to find out his side of things. And it's entirely possible that they wanted to ask him more questions about other things he could have potentially been involved with. Because if you guys recall, in 2017, at the end of 2017, there was that swatting incident in Kansas where that man, that 28-year-old father of two, was killed.
Oh yeah,
remember
the Call
that?
of Duty guy. Yeah,
Call of Duty guy. Well, he wasn't even a Call of Duty guy. He was just a random guy.
Oh no,
right?
no, but I meant like.
But yeah, the Call of Duty swatting. Yeah,
because the guy
Then-
you're playing Call of Duty and he called and they went to the wrong house.
And guess what? The next day, guess who was on Keemstar's show? The swatter. Keemstar got an on-camera interview with the swatter, an interview with the swatter.
Was that kid that they did the Netflix show about?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was the kid.
I don't know but the guy, he was arrested. It was caught, and he was then extradited to Kansas. He's now serving 20 years for that man's murder.
Oh yeah, it was that kid. That was
okay.
There's a Netflix documentary about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying clearly somebody, they might have believed my take that he might have had more connection to what than he says. I don't know. I never got any info on that. I asked a follow-up question. I was not given any information from my contact because they don't do that. They don't give you that information. They keep it close to their chest because they're building a fucking case. But it still takes time. I was swatted 7 years ago next month, guys. 7 years ago, I was swatted. There's been no movement on the case. It's dead. I don't even have access to the 911 call because according to the authorities, it's still an active investigation and I can't get access to it. So that's the whole point, is like this stuff takes forever. And in many instances, it goes to a dead end because there's only so much law enforcement can do and they simply do not have the resources. So when any of these assholes makes any kind of fucking claim about, oh, I'm going to sue you. Yeah, good fucking luck, right? Because if you do a defamation case, that's a civil trial. You need about 15 grand to get going. People don't have that. So it's all posturing. But if you come out and you're making blackmail attempts, that moves into the realm of federal crime. That would be the felony, the federal crime. That's where things get a little bit different because now we're talking about some actual life ruination shit. So yeah, it's a whole fucking thing. Anyway, so it doesn't matter if Enosh has a lawyer about that shit or not. We got Michael Carmona Jr. here. Thank you. $2 says, I'm truly sorry this happened to you guys. I mean, I'll live. You guys, you'll live.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. I'll live.
I was kind of pissed off and nervous, but I'm fine now.
Anyway, so there's that, right? So I will play catch up here. Tony keeps saying this is so boring. Okay, go away. I don't fucking care.
Tony.
I've
loved his arc throughout all this.
His his
little I create little narratives right in my head, and it's like to make it entertaining. And I totally see him doing some little finger shit right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. I think if he was doing little finger shit, he would tell you.
Yeah.
Right. I think he would tell you.
I don't know what his game plan is, but I'm interested.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not gonna die in Winterfell. But Willie here says, look at Mecha Random 42. She was talking about suing you, but couldn't sue shit. That's right. Also, I forgot about that. Mecha Random 42 had threatened lawsuits against me because I criticized her over her not watching Black Panther before talking shit. And then she confirmed that she never watched Black Panther.
She just watched the Mahler review.
She watched it. So again, she even tagged the FBI on Twitter to get them to come. Like the FBI says, like, don't report crimes here. Tagging the FBI on Twitter ain't going to do shit.
Yeah, they probably don't even read it.
So that's the whole fucking point.
They probably read it and laugh.
This is so stupid. All this crap, guys. All of this posturing online is ridiculous nonsense, but people do take it offline. And that when it starts to go all offline, that's when it ends up being something that it gets kind of crazy. Now, Hank Deasy here asks a good question. Is all of this behind DC Comics?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. I would say a lot of this is a result of a lot of this is a result of what's happened, I think, since the turkey picture.
It all kind of goes back to that turkey day.
That
turkey
fucking
picture.
goddamn. You know about the turkey picture, don't you, little movie perp?
Yeah, I gathered.
Yeah.
People talked about it all the time. I think I know what it is.
Yeah, it was
If you
Zack.
want to refresh? Yeah, me.
It was
and
just
Matt.
Yeah, Zack Snyder posting a picture of a turkey on Thanksgiving, and behind it was a Final Crisis omnibus. And the joke Max made, which I thought was actually really funny, was the turkey was a little on the dark side.
Yeah.
And
Don't
that's,
forget, Matt, there was also those Jesus Christ.
and that's somebody made this, which is why it's so goddamn funny. It's super
Thanks,
funny.
Degrassi. But yeah, also too, don't forget that supposedly the storyboards were on top of the book of the Final Crisis book, so next to the turkey. So
yeah,
the storyboards, the comic, and the turkey.
Just explain the context. Like the reason why this actually like the fighting began was everyone had a different opinion about that picture. Where
and some people just wanted to stop talking about it.
One like it was more like they were like, this means that Zach's teasing something, and the rest of us was like, it's just a turkey, and then everyone was fighting over it. And then people were a little too passionate about it, and that's when everyone was just bickering.
And that's also when I think Max got more obsessed with scoopers back then.
Again, like a lot of the proliferation, the scoopers kind of happened during 2020 when the shutdown happened. So there was a lot of that.
Then it reached peak like post 2021 because post Snyder Cut, because then it was like the teasing of, well, what's next?
Yeah. And then, okay, we also, so thank you for that one. And then there was one here from Blue Jay for 2. Thank you. Says, is Enosh holding up well?
That's the big question.
I've
talked to Enosh today. He is, I don't want to speak for him, but I wouldn't worry about it. That's all I'll say. I won't worry about it.
I'm sure he will say what he needs to say when he returns.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, that's this whole thing, is ridiculous. It's all over nonsense. And, you know, I mean,
hashtag it's all Enosh's fault.
Hashtag blame the pastor. There you go.
Hashtag blame the pastor. There you go.
What's up, Perp?
I said, let's blame Batgirl. Fuck it. Let's get her some,
this is plain
some numbers up.
Yeah, I mean, all of it happened on that stream. I mean, maybe just
exactly.
about Batgirl's curse. I don't know.
Yeah. Joining us also is Jimbo. What's up, Jimbo?
Hello.
Who invited you?
Okay, fine.
I posted the link in the DM group and he just found it and came
I'm just messing.
All right, I'll leave.
Okay.
Well, I don't think there's more to say.
Well, okay, so Jared here asks, why is Enosh involved in all this? Well, we'd mentioned it beforehand, but to quickly recap, Enosh had made accusations against Skywalker the Jedi for his involvement, potential involvement, alleged involvement in some actual blackmail that had happened to Enosh's kid.
And for being behind a burner YouTube account that was harassing him and his family.
Yeah, so Enosh made those accusations without providing evidence of such, but alluding to some stuff. And then Max decided for some fucking reason to involve himself in that and just go right into it. Sure, that, you know, makes sense and whatever. So that's basically about it. But yeah. Anyway, I mean, that's about all I got. Again, not much else. This is kind of meant to just kind of be the end of this one, right? I don't want to dwell too much on it anymore. We've said our piece on it.
I just want to say thank you, Matt, for standing up for me, because I know that's not easy to do most times, but I'm glad that you saw this was fucked up, and I'm glad you said something.
Jesus Christ, Jimbo.
Oh yeah, he whispered it too, softly.
Oh yeah, I'm getting right in there. Huh. Yeah. Hold on. You had a super chat asking if Max was done? I didn't see that one. I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't see that one. I thought you. I know the other two you had sent.
I know what he's about. I will say this: like, no one wants Max to be harmed. Nobody wants Max canceled.
Nobody wants him to quit YouTube.
Yeah,
not at all.
Yeah, nobody wants him to quit YouTube. We all want him to be successful. It's just we just are basically like, we are not good company. So that's basically all it comes down to. We tried to walk away, and it became this whole mess that it didn't need to be. So.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I think that's a big factor of it as well. When we talk about this, what we have to remember, what we have to really realize is that unlike, literally the first comment, or no, one of the first comments of the night was him asking, is Max done?
Wow.
I missed this. I totally missed this here. Thank you. All right. No, it wasn't one of the first comments. It was literally 45 minutes in. I just missed it. But asking, is Max done? Okay. I think when you have a lot of streams like this with controversies involving YouTubers fucking around with other YouTubers, oftentimes it's met with that, rah, rah, shish kumbah, cancellation shit. We're not saying that here. Right? We're not saying that here. This is not like a fuck Max and fuck him. May his channel rest in piss. No one's saying that. What we are saying is that we agree that he should step away and get the treatment that he needs to get his schedule back on track. Right? He's talked a lot about exercise, and he's talked a lot about like trying to not drink as much caffeine and nap as much. But when you get to a point of where you hold nightly live streams and it's frequent for you to be an hour late and you don't even, care enough to like take your audience's time into account, that's, again, that's a problem. So this kind of stuff has been brewing for a while, and I think that's where we're all at with this is like, perhaps it's time to just, to dip and come back when you are refreshed enough to tackle movie talk in a way that is not going to lead down this kind of shit. That's my take on it, at least. I don't know if you guys have any more comments or anything else you want to say.
Do you think Max could really do the both side? Anyone could talk in this platform and not get in trouble.
No. Both sidesing it is fucking done. Like, I mean, I was, are you familiar with a YouTuber named Stardust?
I know Stardust.
So I met
Stardust, Jarbo?
I met Stardust in person last week.
Oh my God.
I went to
oh my God.
I went to an event in Seattle.
Nutting.
With it was Vadim Newquist, Creationist Cat, who's a good friend of mine. I've known Vadim for years. I haven't seen Vadim in person in like 4.5 years. So he was in Seattle. I'm like, I gotta go. And then Stardust was there, and I know Stardust follows me, but like, I don't know, like if she knows that I'm Mundane Matt or I was Mundane Matt. So I met her and she's like, oh, do I know you? Said, well, you follow me on Twitter. And she's like, yeah, I follow a lot of people. I'm all like, okay, that makes sense. And then we're talking later on and cause she knows Ethan Ralph too. And I'm like, have you ever heard of Mundane Matt? She's like, yeah. And I said, yeah, that's me. She's like, oh my God, like, holy shit.
Wait, you met her when?
Last Wednesday.
That's hilarious. I was playing Among Us with her. I was playing Among Us with her last night.
So
who is this?
This is Stardust. She's an up and coming political commentator, but she does the both sides thing, and I'm like, most people just like me personally, like, I don't think like, I love the argument. I love to fight. If I could go in and do like a blood sport thing, like it would be draining, but it would also be exhilarating because, a lot of those guys would be fun to fight, but after a while it gets kind of old just because it's like, they all have the same stupid ass arguments. But I think that like in Max's case, doing like the community, like when you've got people like Sean who work in the industry, people like you who work in the industry, Devin who has worked in the industry, and you guys want to come on and just have like an actual conversation about what's going on because you have a general love of movies, and it ends up always kind of going a certain way. Mm-hmm. Right. Or there's drama that gets dragged in and all this shit that ends up being, I think a big problem for a lot of people. And again, it's like Max I tell Max, I'm like, slow down how many people you have on your streams, and he's like, well, it's like every time I try to plan it, people don't want to come on. And I'm like, well, still only let on like 6 people. Like, look, if you're not here, you're going to hang out in the back. Right. And we can cycle people in and out, but no, I'm not going to bring on everyone and fill up 12 people. Or 10 people, whatever, in order to, because then no one's going to get words in edgewise. So, but I just think it's like really restricting yourself to just having that kind of very dedicated conversation is the way to go.
Yeah, no, I completely get that.
So
I blame Matt. This is all Matt's fault.
You know what? Probably.
Yeah.
I can't sit there.
This is Gamergate 3.
Well, it is.
God damn it. God damn it.
No, Matt, it is your fault for influencing the young minds.
Oh my God! Yeah, yeah. That's the other. That's the other thing too.
It's definitely influencing.
It's like that's the thing. Max also accuses me of like influencing young people. Like he's like, young people listen to you. And I'm like, okay. Like, what the fuck does like, because I can speak well and I can enunciate? I don't understand this. Like, what's going on here? So he'll do that as a way to, like, you know, kind of attack me and shit. So anyway, so Hans here says, I've tried explaining to Max many times that solid movie talk doesn't work with more than 4 people on the panel. I went into detail about why it doesn't work. It's really about getting, I think you can have at most 6, but 4 is a good number.
Even 6 can sometimes be too much.
But I mean, it's not even that. Like, you can have as many people as you want, as long as there's chemistry, as long as the person hosting maintains order. I don't think that that's the problem. It's just more like you have people that you know are going to come on, people who don't like each other, but you still let them on because your whole goal is I want to, let everybody on and talk to everybody. It's like, right, but you have to space that. If you have 2 people who don't get along and whoever's first, don't let the other person on that panel, they can come on next time. Or maybe say, hey, do you mind, dipping so I can let somebody else on to give their takes. That's kind of what we've been trying to tell Max. I've said many times, don't even send me the link. If I'm going to derail, and I tell you guys, I every time he sees me in the chat and I said hi, he would send me a link, and I would not always click it because I'm like, they're having a good conversation. I don't want to come on and derail it because I know I will. So it's like you just got to have that kind of balance.
Yeah,
that's all. It's very simple.
I think it's that's so good. So anyway, Jess here. I just woke up. Who's the second Matt? It's Jimbo. It's Jimbo.
No. Oh, I didn't even see that. Jimbo, you're a nerd.
So what what I wanted to do was, like, I was gonna do like I forgot that Mando's coming out tomorrow. I was like, oh, it'd be kind of fun to do like a once a month like Chud watch, just like a roundup and shit. And then I'm like, I keep forgetting to plan it, and then all this crap happened. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just not gonna fucking care.
Yeah, you can do Chud watch whenever.
Yeah, it's like a once a month sort of thing. It's like, who's got the worst takes? Let's take a look at that shit.
I'm not gonna lie, this is good that we're ending it now because of Mandalorian season 3, and I'm not dealing with none of this bullcrap.
Oh yeah,
I'm focusing just on that. I don't want none of this shit.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like, look, movie people on the internet like drama. Obviously, they like all this kind of shit. But at the end of it, I think a lot of us are just kind of tired and just want to get back to actually having the good conversations, because those are more, for me, those are way more invigorating.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If I can, like, that's what I enjoy talking with Devin. I enjoy talking with Perp. Like, I actually went live earlier tonight because of Perp, because I know he's on the East Coast. So I wanted to be accommodating.
Wow.
No, because okay, here's the thing though. Here's the thing with that. You fuckers are up late anyway, for one. 2, this is a special occasion, and I was going to make an accommodation for someone who normally can't come on because of that. Saggy, you stay up to like 6 a.m. your time and then sleep all day.
That's also fair.
So it's like RJ's got a job that he's got to worry about. He's got to, it's for him, it's getting late. He's got to get to bed. And I don't know what the fuck Jimbo does. I think he goes to school.
Yeah.
I just sit and contemplate life.
Saggy's a lazy ass.
I'm currently trying to tame this raptor up above. Looks a little
I'll say, I hope that when you wake up in the morning, you don't collapse in your bed or something. I don't know.
The fuck? What are you saying?
What the fuck?
He's like a robot that like shut down mid sentence.
I know. Saggy, I really hope that when you wake up in the morning, you don't die.
I was gonna say something fucked up, but I didn't.
Was it just like, yeah?
You already did say something fucked up 2 years ago that you.
Oh no!
But did he do it holding a puppet? Because still not as
Jesus.
The puppet would excuse it.
The puppet would excuse it.
But here's the thing:
Right?
I don't think it did.
Does it count if he mumbled it? Because he just mumbled it. I don't even think it counts. I don't even know if he actually said it when I look back.
Wait, we have like 200 people watching this year. Could we bully RJ into saying it again?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am kidding. I am kidding.
Hashtag Polly returns.
It was
Polly 2.0.
Oh, for fuck's sake! It's time to get to bed, y'all. Y'all are acting out of pocket.
It was literally 2 years ago, guys. Like, honestly, if everyone's really mad about it, again, it was 2 years ago. Like, it happened. It hadn't happened again. what happens between friends should have never been brought to light because it was nobody's business. But you know, somebody wants to throw that into your
I
face.
never called Saggy that, Hans.
Hans did.
Oh, wait, so RJ said Saggy is a snack. Oh no, he absolutely said that.
He absolutely did.
He absolutely said that.
He absolutely did. Yes,
You
he
absolutely did. You were referring to her looking like Maya Rudolph, and then you're like, she's a snack.
Yeah, you did.
She's
You
a
did.
snack.
You did say that.
Yeah. RJ's got a mommy fetish, I think, and so it's just like he was literally just like he was like Saggy Melons posted a picture of herself, and RJ's like humana, you know, and then he's like, oh, it's the mom from the Lego Movie Part 2. Oh,
Yeah,
my boner. Oh.
Yeah, RJ's very sus.
The fuck?
See, here's the thing. RJ, when we have confirmed evidence of this from the same people Enosh uses, that he was the first person to fire up the burner account for Saggy's OnlyFans. We know this.
I told you, I get that shit for free. I don't need to pay for it.
No, the hell you don't. You always say
That is
that
so
shit.
fucking weird. Oh my god.
I'd give it to Jimbo before I give it to you.
That's not what that FaceTime call said.
What the hell are you talking about?
What?
See, folks, this is why you have to bully him into saying offensive things, because he doesn't know how to do it on his own.
This is so...
It wasn't trying to be offensive.
RJ, Saggy will be like, she'll make a crack about RJ, and he'll be just like, yeah, well, you got AIDS. And you're like,
no.
You know that, though, Saggy. You know he'll do that. You'll know he'll do
Talk about Paul in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
No, she does. She does.
I do what?
See what I mean?
I didn't even hear what you guys said. I was distracted.
He said you have AIDS.
No, I didn't. I said that she does send freebies 100%.
Oh, okay. Oh, freebies? Oh, okay.
Not to you.
I don't ask for them.
Not you. I was talking
Oh
to
my
RJ.
fucking god.
I mean, I could probably get one if I asked, but I have not wanted to.
Listen, what the fuck?
Thanks, Siri.
My watch.
Thanks, Siri.
The
No
death
one's
grips.
talking to you. This is why we lose friends, guys. You're listening to it right now. This is why we lose friends. Because the false accusations that are being made on me right now is
This isn't
ridiculous.
MMA.
Yeah. This isn't MMA. This is Hollywood After Dark, where we say things that are inappropriate.
Nicotine, are you tired? Are you lost?
He's probably
Do
not
we need to
used
call
to it.
your mother?
Do we need to call your mother?
I'm actually gonna head out, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna wind it down and get the hell out of here in a minute.
Yeah.
So
Thank
Little
you.
movie prep. Before you go, I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. I am sorry that earlier on RJ's stream that we had a little screaming match. Like I said, emotional times, but I do apologize. You did not deserve that.
Oh, no, it's all good. Maybe I did. I apologize too, RJ. Saggy, I apologize for sure. Matt, thanks for doing this. I'm still a big supporter of Max. I would like to see him come back, and I'm gonna try to help him out. Max, I'm gonna try to help you out, man, when you're ready to come back. I think
I get no apology. All right. I mean, I did.
Yeah.
Pull
No,
your
I was
tail,
getting to
so-
you. I was getting to you.
No, it's all right. I did pull your tail. It's all right.
I was actually gonna type in what's this dude's name? I forgot this guy's.
I was
Generic
also
white boy.
well, we're getting closer to Evil
right.
Dead Rises release, so we
That's
got to
it.
set up a time to talk about Evil Dead.
Oh yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Evil Dead right.
Please do.
Oh,
I'll
fuck yeah.
share some set stories and stuff.
you motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
I'm
'Cause
gonna-
I've seen the pictures because you showed me the pictures.
I've seen the
Yeah.
pictures too. They're great.
I want
Wait,
to.
RJ.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, RJ, do I still have access to Disney Plus?
That depends. Did you give me your OnlyFans link?
Yeah. Did I see? Did I get to see the
no.
nipple?
You gotta
But
have. You
that's
gotta have
probably-
the quid pro quo. The quid pro quo.
Evil Dead Rises is probably my most hyped horror movie coming out.
I just hope it's better than Cocaine Bear. If I,
Dude, it looks like, like, just the effects, the makeup, dude, it fucking looks awesome. They're already, like, even in the trailers, they already made it creepy. I'm like, all right, if I could get creeped out by the trailer, I'm fucking in it.
Oh, Max is a grifter confirmed.
wait,
Matt.
no, Matt is grifting up the Max drama. I'm really not. I'm providing context for people who are curious about the very obscure messaging
sorry,
today.
you're-
Yeah, I mean, got a motherfucker from the Jurassic period, so, I mean, Merry Christmas, it's Jurassic Park.
Nicotine is grifting off these nuts. I'm just kidding. I love you, Nick. I love you, Andre. Please.
All right, all right. Perf, get the fuck out of here. Go to bed.
Yeah,
man.
I'm tired as hell. Hey, Jimbo,
Yeah.
seriously, I do apologize for getting heated and stuff, and it was fun though.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll talk more
later. Thanks for this, Matt, and yeah, later, guys.
Later, guys. Thank you.
Andre's bullying me, and I don't appreciate that.
RJ always bullies you.
No, I said Andre.
Oh, Andre. Oh, Andre, RJ. They sound the same.
I bully her all the time anyway.
Mo here for 2 says RJ has been replaced with an AI. Show your face. I mean, honestly, an AI would probably write funnier jokes.
I'm funny on my own. I don't need an AI.
You kind of did. I mean, fuck. You had to get a. I mean, you needed. Never mind. I'm not gonna expose you like that.
I mean, it's yeah, jokes are jokes. Anyway, Ralph Double Tits here says Jarbo hated Cocaine Bear but loved Ant-Man 3. Opinions are now invalid. It's not that I didn't. It's not that I hated Cocaine Bear. I just, you know what? Like, I'll watch. I'm gonna watch it again. All right. Like, it might have been the fact that I went into movie manager mode while I was watching it. That could have been a factor where there were the 3 teenagers who were coming on in and flash photography and dropping the N-bomb constantly while the movie was starting. What?
Is it RJ?
No. Well, they were they were Latino. So maybe.
That's the first time Ralph's Double Tits and I agree on something. Thank you.
Whatever. Yeah, fuck off, man. Like Cocaine Bear was just like
you don't even watch movies. What are you talking about?
Saggy watches things? What the fuck?
I have never seen Saggy in a movie theater before.
All right, the next fight, tomorrow, guys, you're gonna see another stream about me, RJ, and Jimbo, no longer friends, and it's gonna be another.
Well, I'm just saying, Saggy, you for someone who talks about the entertainment industry and drama, and I never see your ass go to a movie theater.
I wait for them to
What are you,
come
fucking
out on the
stalker?
screen.
So Saggy is the reason movie theaters are dying. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit.
Listen,
She's like, I ain't gonna pay your fucking money to get in there. I'm just gonna wait for Disney Plus. I get it from RJ.
Can you not leave the house? Are you just like a hermit?
No, it's called house arrest.
Wow, that's no. No, I'm not. I don't like going out these days. I like to stay indoors. It's comfortable. I feel safe. Outdoors are scary.
Cause I was gonna say, never mind.
If you've got the bants, RJ, if you've got the bants, drop the bants.
It's not that. It's just that it's already N-word stuff. I'm gonna say.
I should have threw you under the bus. I should have never admitted that I pushed you. No, I should have threw you under the bus.
All right, so,
dude.
Well, I was just saying, like,
that would have been
if
so
you live in a bad neighborhood, you can go somewhere nicer.
I would have been like, he called me the bad word, guys, and I did nothing to deserve it. I don't know.
Dude, oh my god.
Ooh, she's got you on that one. At any point in time, Saki could put out a video just like the real sad music.
The real story behind the
RJ
incident.
One time called me the N-word with an A. My whole world is shattered. My God, I trusted him and he violated me. And then you know how it is though. Suddenly, as she's doing that, because she won't be able to contain herself, this would just start happening because we know it. It would just start doing it.
Hold on. What is it? Somebody says, "Oh my God, no."
Yeah. Get it? Come on, you gonna drop the bar, Saggy?
It's mine. It's not a fucking game. Fuck what you heard.
What you hearing?
That's what you're hearing. Listen. What you're hearing. Listen. Oh, they're gonna get
you fucked it up. You fucked it up. I thought I killed it because I thought you were like, you're not gonna do the joke.
I was gonna do it. By the way, somebody in the chat says Saggy has a tendency of bullying too. I don't deny that though. There's a difference. I bully people who pretty much I'm reacting to. People who bully people that I care about or bully me, I will 100% bully them back. So I mean, I am completely fine with admitting that. Again, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh, I'm sweet and innocent and I have more high ground. I've never done that my entire my entire YouTube career. So
Because she's always in the hostile position. She bullies us.
Right. By the way, I also want to
friends.
point out too, like, because I know people were giving us a hard time for the whole N-word story. This story had already been told on my YouTube channel multiple times. So it's not like this was like new, but it would have been new to people who don't watch my channel and don't really know us or care about us to actually do their due diligence to actually ask. But yes, this is not a new story. It was told many times before. It was actually addressed on the stream I did when I was, when this drama pretty much reached its head. So.
Well, and we all know head is something RJ will never get. So we can.
I got one. It's big and plentiful, and it gets the job done, so it's all good.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Did you say you have a hand? Did you say you have your hand?
Oh, for fuck's sake, RJ! Jesus
Why would you admit
Christ.
that, RJ?
I have a head. Everyone has a head.
RJ.
Oh God. Okay, RJ. Matt, end the stream before he embarrasses himself.
Right, hold on, RJ. You're right. Everybody has a head, but only few can get it, and it's not you.
Okay.
Just wait till I'm 30.
Oh.
Wait till I'm 30.
Why? What?
What? You want to wait 7 more years?
Fuck. Hey, RJ. While you're waiting
What
that,
does that even mean?
why don't you just wait why don't you wait for another decade after that so you can officially be the IRL 40-year-old virgin?
Wait.
I kind of just want to wait the 7 years just so I can like laugh at the fact that she has to fuck me.
What?
Okay. So I'm assuming. Hold on here. Okay, I'm assuming.
Like I kind of just want to get out of fight now, you know?
Like, wait. Hold on, because even I'm unfamiliar with this. So are we saying that there has been a verbal agreement made between Saggy and RJ that if RJ
there's a binding contract.
Oh, like
that sounds like
what, with a blood oath or whatever the fuck? Jesus.
Okay,
Hold on. So wait, hold on. Let me ask the question first. So if RJ, I'm assuming, is still a virgin by 30, that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I said you should extend it 10 years after that to be the IRL 40-year-old virgin.
I said I would take one for the team, but I was not expecting him to like hold off until then.
Well, I don't really want to, but I might do it out of spite now.
RJ's gonna have a girl come on to him, and he's gonna be like, "Sorry, I'm on hold for another 7 years.
I'm saving myself for a special young lady."
RJ, you do realize in 7 years I'm gonna be much older too. So I mean,
Saggy, yeah, she's gonna be like in 7 years. She's gonna be what, 44?
She's gonna be like,
well, hello, RJ.
Yeah,
she'll be up to like 2 packs of Newports a day.
RJ, you're not getting my prime.
You want Saggy melons? I'll let you hop on my lap if you go down to the drugstore and give me some Newports.
Listen, I'm gonna need you to go get the spatula out of the kitchen to scrape off the crusties. It's been a bit dry up in Boston, but it's been the Sahara in my fucking pants for 5 years.
I'm just saying, RJ's not gonna get me in my prime, so I don't know why he's bragging. Oh, I love it. Saggy and RJ, fuck and screw both of you guys. Thank you. We are gonna fuck and screw when he's 30. When he's 39. I mean 29.
I
sorry.
drink to forget, but I always remember.
Thank you, Adam, for that Captain Obvious comment. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Isaac here says RJ's a real gamer. He won't lose his virginity because he ain't a loser.
Exactly. I have that Sigma male gamer mindset.
Also, winners don't do drugs, and so
Oh god.
Saggy
member
is clearly.
Chat.
That's a member chat from
cry.
This Cat Don't Play. Matinee member for 14 months. Thank you. Says, can you replace Saggy with Riley Reid? Trust me, Riley Reid says the N-word way more than Saggy does.
Really?
Look up Riley Reid rap video and
Also, can I ask a question? Why does that person have like a hate boner for me? They've been saying shit in the chat all night. Like, what did I do to you? Who hurt you? Why are you mad at me? What did I do? Not Scipio, I get, because he's like Xeno 2.0, but like, what did I do to this other person?
Damn.
Yeah, you missed it earlier. Scipio in your chat was calling me fat ass and a bunch of shit just because he's like,
oh, really?
Whining for over a year, boy. When you gonna shut up, boy? I was like, what?
Coming from the guy who's on a fucking keyboard.
We're all on keyboards, bro. What are you talking about?
Nah, man, I'm on my phone. Fuck you.
It's still got a keyboard, bro.
It has a fucking touchpad.
It's still technically got a keyboard.
Fuck off, Segi.
You're a keyboard warrior. You just don't jealous of that OnlyFans money. Listen, is that actually Paul? Hi,
Yeah,
Paul.
Paul.
Welcome.
Yeah.
I love how are people just coming out of the woods when drama like this?
Because I think even Paul was just like, "Yep, I knew this."
Oh my god, no!
I see the comment. It's Mr. Toker says, I'm pretty sure Riley Reid has enough black tea.
God,
So fucked up. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
And y'all said that I was offensive? Like,
oh, bro.
Also, for the record, this cat don't play. I don't always yell. I only yell when I'm angry, so I'm not that angry today. So I apologize for the yelling, guys. But if you're new here and I'm on here and there's a hot topic, I tend to yell.
Oh wait, Joe Bucker says Ski Walker talked about you guys on a stream. What do you say?
And nobody cares.
Because nobody watched.
Why don't you go down to the McDonald's and say it's fucking Warner Bros. Lot, bro?
Yeah, none of us watched it because I think we were all focused on Max. So.
Yeah, sorry, but yeah, why don't you go to another location? And
was he live from the La Quinta Inn?
Oh god, stop.
By the way, I just remembered that was. But remember how he was saying that he hasn't been talking about us or anything like that in a while. Apparently, I had forgotten that La Quinta Inn, if you know, you know, comment was like a shot at me and Ashley.
Because he had said he would put you up in the La Quinta Inn.
Yes.
So whenever he is online trying to meet women, he'll probably go, yo, you want to go to the La Quinta Inn? Because his mom's home and he can't bring a girl back.
Jesus Christ!
Because he lives with his mom.
If you know, you know.
Let's see here. Zachary says Matt needs to focus on the more important things like shitting on Syl, Ski Walker, Sod Rider, Critical Drinker, Ryan Kittle, Neurotic Geeks and Gamers. I only have so much time in the day, Zachary.
And also talk about actual content as well. We got Mando.
I mean, there's stuff to talk about, even with Mando, but we're so late into this thing now. We're gonna wrap it up soon. I don't really want to dive into that.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
I'll cover it for tomorrow night because we got to address the big elephant in the room, Cara Dune.
Yeah,
that was a good echo from Jimbo's side.
She's getting poochied.
You're welcome.
She's getting poochied. She returned home to her place. I really want to know how they're going to handle that. So Cara Dune will clearly be the subject of tomorrow's show right off the bat as we get ready for Mando. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. The question then becomes, is any of it going to tie into Book of Boba Fett season? That's going to be a big question.
Yes.
So is Boba Fett going to be in it? The vibe I got, and we'll read more into it tomorrow. The vibe I got is that she's not gone. She's just gone away.
Yeah, they're just gonna ignore
She's on a mission, guys.
It's like the producers all well, there's a lot of characters that are fighting for screen time, so
we can not use her for a season or two and we'll be fine.
I mean, to be fair, she also only appeared in each season at episode 4.
Yeah, she wasn't in each season very long.
Ralph Subtletits here says Gina did nothing wrong. Drunk 3PO was right. I mean, she did, but what's funny is I made a TikTok about her, or a YouTube short almost 2 years ago, and people every day I get comments on it still about people that are just that are Gina Carano fans that somehow get recommended it, and they're just all because I think they go oh, is she coming back to The Mandalorian? And they think she's coming back because it's titled Gina Carano still yeeted from The Mandalorian. And I called her I was being cheeky and I called her anti-science and anti-truth. And they're like, well, no, she's just against mandates. I'm all yeah, but you don't compare yourself to the Jews in World War II Poland as a way to really, win over certain people. Just anyway, she's an idiot. And for those of you, because we got 164 people that are here, you guys may want to pay attention coming soon to the Hollywood After Dark merch store. We have the Gina Carano Did Everything Wrong shirt, as well as the Gina Shot First, which I think is an awesome design. I made that design. I think it's an awesome design.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
So, we can get our hands on that one. And then there's also going to be the Nerdotic shirt, which
Jesus.
which will be coming at some point, you know. And then also the Slay Queen Hollywood After Dark shirt.
Jesus.
That is
hate everything about this.
that is just beautiful. Our good friend, beautiful Ryan Cannell, very much living his best life or her best life. I'm not too sure anymore. But we have this to thank.
Just slay, queen, slay.
He just likes to slay. He just likes to slay.
God, I hate everything about you right now.
So there's that. We have a lot of fun stuff coming there.
So he's gonna order 3 of those.
Oh, she definitely will. Also, because I just want to pimp it. I do have a movie podcast channel called Podio Commentary for those people who are new here. If you guys want to hear about how The Running Man came into existence and my thoughts on the film, you can check out I think it's like 44-minute long episode over on Podio Commentary or anywhere where you get your podcasts. And I'll be doing Cocaine Bear for this week's episode.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna be doing cocaine, and I'm like, wait, what?
Cocaine. Cocaine.
So no, I just I might need to go. I don't know. I might try to go see my dad. My dad called me today and he just goes like, or I talked to my dad today and he's just like, yeah, last week was really busy. Do you want to go see Avatar 2 again this week? And I'm like, yeah, we might end up going to see Avatar 2 tomorrow afternoon. Because he wants to go see it again. So like, all right, I'll go see Avatar 2 again. Why not? It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So
I just,
Did I tell you my 5-year-old wants to have an Avatar birthday party?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she told me because she goes she's like she just says something about like, yeah, I want to have an Avatar birthday party. I'm like, you don't even really know what Avatar is. She knows. Well, no, she saw a picture of Kiri, because I had a picture saved in my phone for something, and she's like, oh, who's that? And I'm like, you know who that is? And she stops and looks, and she goes, oh, Avatar. She's like, I want to have an Avatar birthday party. Can we watch Avatar again? So then today we're watching a YouTube short, and it was about like Aubrey Plaza voicing a character in The Last Airbender. And like Mark Hamill voicing a character in The Last Airbender, but they kept referring to it as Avatar. So she goes, Avatar, like, is that a different Avatar? You know, because she was like, keeps hearing the name Avatar, so she was confused about what she was watching. So her primary introduction to the name is James Cameron. Then here comes the show, and she's like, it's a cartoon show, but it doesn't look like anything that I know. And I go, no, this is the other Avatar, the less known Avatar. It's okay.
That's bullshit, and you know it. It's the more popular Avatar.
It is not the more popular Avatar. It is not the more popular Avatar. If that was
your kids right,
if that was the case, if that was the fucking case, then you know what? The Avatar movie from 2010, which opened like 9 months after Avatar, would have actually done better.
Because it was dog shit. It was a dog shit movie.
It was a It was a fine movie.
No, it wasn't. It was fucking horrible.
Let's see. Ryan here says for St. Patrick's Day I should cover Leprechaun. I'm still trying to round out what I'm doing for March. Like I know I'm doing Waxworks because that's HBART sponsored that episode. I'll be doing that like a week or two, and then we'll see what else is going. King of Golden State here for 5. Thank you. Says haven't heard a synopsis on Mando 3. Feeling we're going to get Grand Admiral Thrawn somewhere this season. It will definitely set up Ahsoka. It will definitely set up Ahsoka.
We're actually see Thrawn until Ahsoka though.
No, I don't think we're gonna, but we're gonna get hints of something because Jon Favreau has said that they do have a wider world that they are trying to get to. That they have a story they want to tell. It does fit into a wider world happening right now, which means all the other shows are still leading to that endpoint, which is gonna be Heir to the Empire, I think, or something equivalent. You know. So yeah, we're still getting a lot of Mando, guys. I'm just Andor season 2, baby. I am so fucking hyped for Andor season 2. As much as I'm hyped for Mando season 3, I just love both of those shows. So it's all good. All right, let's play catch up here real quick.
Man, we have the Mandalorian at home.
Oh, you dropped the $2 one a bit ago. I'm sorry, buddy. Sometimes I don't see these things. I'm sorry. If I'm here we go. Datude Vince says, I hope Boba Fett's in it. I'm not biased or anything. No, not at all.
No, I don't see why not.
I hope Boba's in it too. Funky Foo says Kara went out for cigarettes.
Sure do. When I got some cigarettes, just never gave them up.
That's mean.
Left Baby Yoda all alone too.
Yeah. I don't even know what's gonna happen. Filming more OnlyFans. Is that what Gina Carano's doing, or?
No, because Paul's saying that Kasagi's being very quiet. So.
Oh right, yeah. Saki's not normally this quiet. You guys have to understand that.
I think you're a little late. The OnlyFans is gone. So like the OnlyFans is been
See,
gone.
here's what I don't get. Here's what I don't get. This is what I don't get about you, Sagi, and this is like an honest criticism, okay? So
God, here we go.
I'm just saying, you always go, I'm going to turn my haters into content, blah blah blah, right? And you do that. You do that quite well, right? Anyone criticizes you, you fire up a stream and cry about it. It's fine. But then it's like someone like leaks your OnlyFans on a YouTube video, which is so weird anyway. And you're like, I'm shutting it down. Like for one,
that wasn't the only reason.
Free advertising.
Hold on. Pause. First of all, it wasn't just that. It was more like I was barely making content there anyway. So I just I just didn't care at that point. I was like, it's getting like I'm just done. There was no point. It got leaked, and I'm like, I'm not even making content because I was mostly focused on YouTube. So I just shut it down.
But like, how hard is it to take like a titty pic? I'm just saying, it's like not hard.
Not hard at all. But I was just like, I'm more focused on. I can't focus. I can't multitask that well.
I heard Skywalker was a sub.
Boo! You guys making those jokes. Boo!
I mean, I have no idea how OnlyFans works because like I've never engaged with it.
I wouldn't tell you. Here's the thing. If they were, I wouldn't know because most people didn't sign up with their their same name that they use on social on the internet, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Spunkmaster 42 is not a real person. It's RJ's alt, by the way, but it's
it ain't my alt. I don't use that shit.
I got fucking weirded out. Sagi posted this image of her like in the DM group of her like showing off her stomach to go like, I'm not fat, I promise. And I'm sitting there like thumbing through it, and I see it. And I'm like, fuck! I scroll past it really quickly because like my daughter was nearby, and I'm like, what are you doing posting this shit? Like,
stomach.
It's just, but she's like laying, but it's like the way that she was posed.
Yeah, like you're trying to like pose all sexy.
It's like a high angle shot. It was really kind of funny.
I had a shirt on, but you could just see my tummy.
It was like she was shooting it in a way.
Poor RJ.
Yeah, what's really good is
midriff,
if you enhance it, you can really see the poor Photoshop work.
Wow.
Oh,
you know, I'm just saying.
I mean, it probably is a little more rotund, but it is.
I'm saying,
Matt,
look, dude,
Matt, when you lay
stretch
down
marks
on
are
your
just the human body roadmap. Okay, that's
Matt,
all they are.
When you lay down, your fucking moves suffocate you. That's why you sleep on your side.
Do I look like Review Tech USA? No, I don't. My move, when I lay backwards, my moves separate and lift. Okay, they separate and they lift. So it's I don't.
Matt has real life jiggle mechanics for his titties. Okay.
Yeah, how do you think I paid for things in college?
I hope your dick falls off.
Saggy, listen, we know. Listen, all those
Or
bubble
shut
teas,
the hell up
all those
before
bubble
you take
teas going
things
right down there. You know, and it happens to everyone. Okay, don't worry about it. You're a little rotund. It's okay.
Spherical Man. RJ had a fun night with that tummy picture. I mean, like. RJ made a very interesting comment right afterward about like how he made a map of Hawaii on something, but we weren't too sure what it was. We weren't too sure what it was.
Why? For fuck's sake,
it was an
why?
art project for school. Okay.
That's fucking stupid.
What did you want? Like you made a map of Hawaii with something that smelled like the ocean?
Nate, it's not. Don't let salt in the ocean.
RJ's such a friggin' weirdo.
You gotta end the stream. Just fucking end
it.
Just fucking end it. Jesus
Just remember, folks. Saggy is getting rotund because she won't stop drinking bubble teas.
The fuck?
Just fucking end, bro.
I mean, there's a lot of calories in bubble teas, absolutely, but it's like
he's fucking losing it.
You know,
He's
I mean,
fucking
RJ's all like, I can't tell if you're like encouraging this, and you're all like, yes, you will be mine in 7 years, when you look like MODOK from Quantum Mania, when you're just a big head and booty.
Okay, that was
That was bad.
All right,
That was
yeah,
bad.
okay.
That was
it's
bad.
spreading.
Yeah, I don't quite.
The
I don't
virus is
quite.
spreading. Come on.
It is.
that's
I don't even know.
awful.
That was not a good joke.
God, yeah, you should just hit the button already.
Just God, hit the fucking button.
He's
I just,
laughing, but
I
like,
just think it's hysterical that like you guys came up with a pact.
Listen, diabetes is real, and we need to pray for Saggy.
You know what's gonna be sadder is
The
if I
fucking
actually have to honor the
Snorlax.
pact.
You know what though? You know, listen.
fault for making
Look,
it, though.
I understand it will be like it will be something you have to do because you don't want to be known as a liar. But it's also going to be like the fastest 30 seconds of your life. So
30
you know,
seconds, for fuck's sake. The man's been saving up for
Listen,
30 years.
listen,
it's going to be
I'm
like
gonna
a
cr-
fucking...
Listen, I'm gonna cry and not for the good reasons. Sorry, Jimbo, but I had to say that. I'm gonna cry, but not for the right reason.
I was going to say 30 seconds a little generous for a guy who's waited 30 years.
Why am I gonna get arrested alongside with Tom Holland?
The fuck?
I don't know
What
for,
is
for
happening?
shooting your web all over the city.
Wow, that's like
That's fuck.
Remember, RJ, there's an old saying that it's like for every 10 pounds you lose, you gain 1 inch of penis.
okay. We can.
So
just end
I'm just saying that it's entirely possible that
God,
when you hit 30, you're going to be like bulk and ripped, you know what I mean? And then it's going to be like you're just going to be going in there with like a roto-rooter and stuff. And Saggy will be like, "Oh my god, I've never felt this before."
Can we go back to why RJ's getting arrested? Because that's more interesting than whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
This
Because
is
that's
just
not
fucking
real.
weird.
Because that's not real. This pact you all made, this is real. And you know, like there's no blackmailing needed for it, right?
Oh, God.
RJ doesn't have to blackmail Saggy. He just has to bide his time.
Wait,
That's all he's
what if
trying to do. Is he's playing the
Wait,
long game.
wait,
He's
wait,
playing
wait,
the
I have a
long game.
question.
He's all like,
I have a question.
Oh God.
What if I end up dying in like 7 years? Like, does he still have to? Does my body still have to honor the pact? Or
What, did you watch a fucking Ring tape or something? And
I mean,
instead
look,
of-
okay, I would argue that would only apply. Here's the thing. I would argue that would only apply if you knew you were dying, okay? And like you're like, "Listen, I'm dying. But I want you to be here with me when I pass. So then while my body is still warm, we can carry out our deal."
No.
And you can do it as many times as you want in 90 minutes before rigor mortis sets in.
God.
I'll have Vaseline there.
I'm sorry I asked. I'm sorry, Chad.
You know, and potentially, or you could put him in contact with a good taxidermist.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh God!
And
fucking end it, dude.
you know, and then go from there. So then RJ could just take his work home with him.
Why?
All right, super chat.
Why did you fucking say it like that? Take his work home. What the fuck?
I hate everything. Why do I even ask questions and get these answers?
Because that's how this works. That is absolutely
External.
positively how this works.
Thank
Ash
you.
here says, check your DM. Check your DM. For those of you who are new here and are like, what the fuck is happening?
They're not coming
Welcome
back. It's
to
drama.
Hollywood After Dark. All
They're
right.
not coming back. They're just here for the drama. They are not.
Welcome,
coming back.
dude. I say a lot of shit.
This is what the fuck.
But thank you for that, Ash. This is the image that Ash sent me.
I can't fucking breathe. I can't
Perfect.
I'm trying to fucking breathe. I'm struggling for fucking breath. I can't. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Eric?
I'm fucking crying. I'm fucking crying. Oh, I'm fucking crying. I'm trying. Oh fuck!
Wow, you guys are definitely
for fuck's sake.
Because his face is just so perfect to fit that model. It just
Oh god! Oh, the jokes. Oh god. Oh,
Hold on,
god.
this gives me an idea. Give me a second.
I'm fucking crying.
Dude, I'm wiping my fucking tears right now.
Jimbo started like snorting or some shit.
I'm trying to fucking breathe. I'm trying to breathe. Leave me alone, bitch. I'm trying to fucking breathe.
My fucking stomach. I feel like I did like 50 crunches or something.
Ash sent another one.
For the most. Oh god.
Ash,
oh,
please
god.
stop. Stop, Ash.
Oh,
Ash,
please. Oh, please.
Okay,
I
hold on.
really cannot
Let
fucking
me.
handle it.
You gotta save that. You gotta save
you have to.
Oh.
You need to send them the group chat. That is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
This
dude.
one.
Why?
Oh my god. Oh man.
Oh,
The
all
other
right.
one was funnier. Sorry, the other one was funnier.
Yeah.
I already saw that one. We already saw that one.
All right.
Oh my god. I'm fucking dying, bro. I can't.
Oh,
Holy shit.
the other one works better. No, please, I can't.
Yeah, the
I need
other
to
one works
fucking
much
breathe.
better.
Okay, hold on. I'll bring it
fucking
back.
breathe, Ash. Oh god, you're a fucking legend.
The Zod one I've seen before, but this one just makes it hysterical. Yeah. There we
What
go.
changes? Did you...
Live from Lakita Inn, y'all.
Live from the quantum realm.
Jimbo's killing me. Jimbo, stop. Stop, Jimbo.
He's live for the Laquita Inn in fucking quantum realm. Oh god!
Actually,
He's about to unleash his ultimate weapon.
The hashtag's coming, y'all. Live from Stone Quarry.
So did you have like an idea for this, Matt? That you wanted to-
Yeah. I'm just trying to.
Ash, if you could put that awful poster sign that he was holding
God.
up in his arms, I'm gonna leave. Matt, you should Photoshop it and put it in front of the Stone Quarry.
I have got a slightly different idea.
We protested for the quantum realm.
Hold on, I have to do this. You guys
fuck.
talk amongst yourselves for a couple minutes because I gotta make this thing work.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, shut up.
Wow, you guys are really
It needs to fucking stop. Shut up. Fucking bitch.
live from the La Quinta quantum realm. If you know, you know. Hold on.
It is funnier because apparently he was streaming about us today. He is in picture now.
Yeah, hold on here. Just
Oh my god. Oh.
It's just too perfect. Like,
it's like the head is perfect.
I cannot believe you guys are laughing this hard. I'm not even like.
It's because Jimbo won't stop.
You need to fucking stop. Like, I keep laughing because of you. Shit.
I'm stopped laughing and you just stop.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to fucking breathe, damn it.
Oh,
We're getting closer. We're getting closer. This is very much a quick work in progress, but I think it's
just
gonna...
like RJ in bed.
Alright, H part $2 says Mikey and Still Snyder Mania.
Wait, what's up?
God.
I was reading H part's super chat.
Wait a minute. Do you know that thing of when he the thumbnail that people posted around of him kissing the camera?
Jesus Christ, you guys. What the fuck?
Oh my god. Oh.
I can't fucking read.
Oh my god, you guys.
It's fucking Sagi's fault. It's fucking bitch.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like fucking sweating, bro.
Fucking bad. Oh Christ.
Christ, H parts.
What'd he say?
Drop to the super chat.
Hold on. All right. Mikey and Sil and the Snyder Mania. Yeah, it's something like that. All right. Mental organism designed only for Snydering. Modas. Modas.
Oh god.
So I'm like, unfortunately, the Canva did not do what I wanted it to do when it came to trying to get Ski Walker isolated. So I need a second to work on that.
Oh my god, I haven't laughed so hard in so long. I need that laugh.
Wait till you're 30.
I'm fucking sweating, bro. Oh, Jimbo, please. Jimbo, stop.
Fuck you. I will never.
Jimbo, please.
The cries for help. The pain.
Don't be a dick, Darren.
Jimbo, please. Jimbo, please. I'm begging you. No more. My stomach freaking hurts. I think I lost like 20 pounds laughing.
Oh, you need to.
What the fuck? I
Yo. Okay, fucking Snow Ice with the hard X. Or should we say, never mind.
Whoa. Jimbo.
I was gonna go after RJ and make up roads of his comment, but whatever.
Canva totally fucked up and just reset my image.
Nice.
Oh god damn. You know, I'm just gonna use Photoshop real quick because I have this idea. It's pretty fucking funny, but you know what? Yeah, I might just have to kill it. It's taking forever. So
God, that was great.
There you go. there you have it, friends.
Wait, what I missed?
Jesus.
Wait, I missed it. Did I?
No. There's I was trying to make an image on Canva, and like, you know how it does the background image removal?
Why don't you just use? Are you trying to get a good image removal? I'll send it to you. I'll send you one.
Oh my god.
No. Canva's really good. It's the problem is that it's just having trouble differentiating from what I needed to differentiate.
We'll try this one. This is what I use for to remove background on mine. It usually works pretty good.
Yeah, hold on. I'm in Photoshop right now, so I'll just do this in Photoshop.
I was just gonna end the stream before.
No, you guys are laughing too hard. It's too fucking funny. It's also fucking distracting.
Sorry, well, it's
I'm like
Saggy's fault.
Because I'm like, I'm trying to work, and then Saggy just sounds like she's gonna fucking die from laughing so goddamn hard.
Yeah, she sounds like
Listen, I've been blamed for enough this week. I'm gonna need y'all to like put a pin in that. Stop blaming me for shit this week.
I'm gonna need you to chill, I guess. But no, I mean, yeah, Saggy gets blamed for a lot because, you know, like, that's just what happens. Unfortunately. Okay, this looks relatively good. Hold on. So, okay. Darn it.
By the way, whoever came in and said that Skywalker talked about us, they lying. They didn't even go live. Stop capping. Unless it was on social.
I'm sure they've mentioned us on multiple occasions because you know, we've talked about them, they've talked about us. It's kind of the whole point, but no one has threatened legal action about just having a fucking opinion, man.
That's offensive. I'm actually have some PTSD from that.
Cool.
There was a $5 super chat from King of the Golden State saying, "I stepped away for a second. What were you guys laughing about?"
Please don't.
Just go back.
I mean, good. I don't want to die right here now.
Yeah. Okay. We're talking about a lot of shit here. I've got where's the PNG? Cool. All right, let me get that. All right, back over to this. Sorry. All right, put the pic back up. Is that what's going on? Okay, put the pic back up. There you guys go.
Shut up, Jimbo. Stop. I fucking hate you. I hate everything about you right now.
What the fuck am I doing? I'm just fucking bitch. See what she does to me?
I will throat punch the shit out of you. Stop.
Fight me.
All right. Well, that's again. I don't know if it's gonna be funny or not, but I think it's funny.
Let's see it.
No, I'm bringing it up right. I'm gonna bring it up here. In a sec. I know. This is. There you go. I don't know why. This is like the first thing that came to mind. It's dumb, but
it works. He's just flying in the background.
What's up, bitches? Fucking with the what's in?
I'm here for the scoops from the
I mean, for the Steinering.
I got the scoops in the quantum realm. Oh.
Wait. I did a little bit of fixing it, and this was actually recommended because they are correct to be more, accurate in regards to everything. Let me just re-download it here.
Oh god!
I can't. It's 2:00. I gotta stop laughing so loud.
Yeah, we are gonna kill this thing here in a second, so it's all good. But this is just to be more accurate to the movie and to make sure that no one's feelings are hurt and things like that. We just got to make sure that that we get a bit more accurate to the film, so a little bit bluer of a sill.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what it was. He should have been blue, so he's more blue here.
I'm blue. I'm sorry, but I can't. The fucking Skywalker.
The Skywalker in the back is kind of funny.
Jesus Christ! Someone should send that to him. Just be like, "Hey, I made this fan art for you. Oh, we like it."
Yeah, I guess if anyone wants to download it, we could do that.
We're all going to hell.
Yeah, wow.
Well, it's kind of blue. Yeah, it's kind of blue. Rama Sil, Silver Snyder, and Sil Mortis.
I will say this: we're all going to hell, but hopefully RJ goes first, so his fucking big ass can block the gateway, so we don't.
No, you just want him to die first, so you don't have to fuck him. Like that's where it's at.
That's fucked up. I don't want anyone to die. That's fucked up. I just said he was
That's what you were implying, though. Damn.
You were kind of implying that, yeah.
I said we're all going to hell, and I want RJ to go first. Never mind.
Why would I go to hell?
Because we're all going to hell.
You just need to stop while you're ahead.
Yeah.
RJ just needs to get ahead.
Well, I mean, Skywalker is just ahead.
Boo! You know what you did. That was bad, and you know it. You knew that was bad. Come on, Jimbo. You knew that was bad.
Do I have to start laughing about it? Bring up the original image. Let's fucking.
Jesus.
No.
Wait. I want to say. Oh my god. I want to say. I wasn't here on the panel, but I was in the chat. But I know what YouTube's broken, so some people couldn't see me in the chat. But somebody wicked earlier was basically like, "Well, we can just shun Saggy for giving RJ the N-word pass." I'm like, okay. I I have my own community. Thank you, who's already heard these stories and they're completely fine. 'Cause I take accountability. So bite me. Sorry, it was very late in the stream, but I didn't get a chance to say because I don't think people could see my response in the chat.
I mean, they might have you blocked and they just can't see it, or I don't know.
No, you have to sometimes in the chat. If you have to go to it and hit live chat, not top chat.
Oh, yeah.
Just FYI, people, if you guys see people talking to somebody and you can't see them, just hit live chat. I just do it automatically now when I go in chats. I just hit live chat so I can see people because I don't know why it does that now.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's a weird thing with YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's got its problems, folks.
It's
got its problems. But all right, on that note, I think it is time to end it. 2.5 hours. We've laughed. We've cried. We've probably made other people cry. I'm assuming.
Matt probably put people in the hospital tonight.
No.
Okay, that's fucked up.
Yeah, don't say that.
Jesus, RJ. God damn it.
Hey, we're training you to be edgy.
What?
You took it a little too far.
Who?
Rein it back.
I was saying because, Jimbo and Saggy might have to go to the hospital because I've been laughing so hard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sure, bitch.
Sure. If that's
not the best stream to say that on, RJ. That was not a good time.
No, it's not. But all right, everybody, as we end the night, there we go. The outro music is here. Hollywood After Dark returns to normal scheduled programming tomorrow night where we make fun of stupid shit on Movie Talk and then get ready for Mandalorian Season 3, baby. Leave a like. Tell your friends. And remember, folks, blackmail's for suckers.